Coming to you from the dining room table at East Barbary Lane and a garage somewhere in Riverside, California. Welcome to a very special episode of Full Circle, the podcast, and Doom Generation.
AKA
The Fierce Bitches Happy Hour.
Hello!
We get together for 90 minutes or 4 hours and talk about
Somewhere in between.
whatever it is that comes to mind. We all have a drink in hand, and I suggest you do the same if you're listening now.
cheers.
Cheers.
Clinkety, 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 clinkety.
And if you have a weed pen, that probably wouldn't hurt either.
Yeah.
Oh, that helps.
I am Martha Madrigal. Yep, I am Martha Madrigal.
I am Charles Tyson Jr.
I'm Tessa.
And I'm Nicole.
Hey.
There we are. And here we are.
We have done this before,
I
right?
know, right?
It's fine.
It has been a minute.
It's like every time's the first time.
That's how we are on our own show, though. It's
I
like
know.
every time I go, you ready? And she goes, yeah. And I hit record and we just go, hi. Hi, it's us. Like we have no intro.
Right.
You guys have a cool intro. We don't have any
We
kind
have
of
nothing.
intro.
We have an intro.
Yeah.
We wing
Well,
it.
I learned this week that if I don't have my earrings in, the hole wants to close up. So is it kind of like that? If you don't use it,
Yep.
it closes
I
back
think
up after
so.
a while.
Use it or lose it,
Yeah.
baby.
Maybe.
But we never use it.
I know. And like even though we do this
No,
every
no.
week, it's still
I
like the
know.
first time every time. Like
I know.
how do we do this again?
I don't know.
None of my holes are closing. How about yours?
Yay! I think mine's still open.
Only my earring holes.
Well,
No, okay.
Those are the only
All right,
ones
well.
that close.
the other one's closed.
My earring holes don't even close. Like I have earrings on. I put them on. But yeah, no, they don't close.
I hardly ever wear my
I don't know.
earrings anymore. Since my hair's been long, I feel like it always covers it. So
Oh.
why? Like you can't see that I'm wearing
Right.
earrings.
Well, I have stretched ears, so I have.
See, I wear my hair up most of the time because
I don't
I
want to
do,
get down.
and so yeah, and I have like
Tessa's
fabulous
feeling
earrings.
this. Look at Tessa's hair right now, you guys.
It's so
Look at how
long.
long
I
it is.
noticed.
It's like ridiculous.
Mine was almost that long,
Is it-
but I accidentally cut off 3 inches of hair because I thought I was holding thinning shears, and I was not. I went to do like the yeah. I was drunk.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course. Yeah. Went to thin out the bottom, do a little rock mullet
No,
action. You know what I mean? And just, oh no, what the fuck? And then I'm like, well, now
Well, there
I'm
it is.
losing 3 inches
Now
of hair.
it's- now
So
that's what it is.
it looks healthier.
Why
at the
do we
end.
decide to cut our hair only when we are drunk? Like that's
That's when it
why.
sounds like the best idea.
I know.
think.
You're like, you know what?
know what?
Actually,
It feels yeah.
It feels
it's like,
right.
Now's a good time.
Yeah.
Now's a good time
That's that drink whispering to you.
yep.
for me to yeah.
What is everyone drinking tonight?
What is this? Nordic Jam.
I got a
Oh my god.
blueberry Red Bull and
As a-
vodka.
I know you.
We thought it. Okay.
What do you have?
Blueberry Red Bull
Yeah.
and vodka.
Mine's
Ooh, you
got
bougie.
Nordic fruits.
Not a sponsor.
Nordic
See,
fruit.
it's got a little.
Okay.
got a little-
I've met a couple Nordic fruits.
Right. There's one right there on the can.
I thought your beverages couldn't get any
Oof,
whiter.
garbage.
And you said, hold my Nordic frost.
Right. Oh, my Nordic Jam.
Okay then.
Level up.
Whatever.
I know.
Excuse me. Nordic
Jam. Well,
Nordic
my
Jam.
husband goes to the store for me because he knows what I like and he knows like the flavors that I like. So he just gets me something that looks clever. So this is what
There
he
you
got
go.
me this time. I was like, ooh, a little Viking.
And I just literally put vodka in whatever is on hand.
I know. I was going to
Ah.
ask you if you had gotten vodka and I forgot I still had
Yeah,
some
no, I
from-
do. Yeah, I do have vodka. No, I drank your giant gallon of vodka.
I know. I was wondering if you had gotten more vodka.
She got like a gallon of vodka for Christmas, and over the last since Christmas, I've been like, "Hey, I'm out of vodka. You want to bring that
I know.
jug over here?"
Can you bring your vodka the size of an infant over to my house?
It was
and I have
giant.
to like, I have to strap
So
it.
today
into
is February 10th. So if we divide the
gone
ounces
now.
by the days.
It's
Not take
gone
long.
now.
It's gone now.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Between
that's fair.
mostly,
You're doing your
just the two of
traditional-
us, I
Yeah,
think.
between mostly
My-
the
my-
two of us.
Yeah, my diva glass is starting to chip.
No.
But I save it for y'all. I use it only when we talk to you.
Aw.
I even dressed to match
I
the
know
glass.
it's
Yeah,
very
feels fun.
fabulous.
I was wearing a different.
Feels festive.
I was wearing a different shirt,
Yes.
and then we were smoking a bowl. And I all of a sudden I smelled something burning, and I went,
Oh no.
"Am I on fire?" And yes, I was.
I was
Wow,
gonna have
okay.
on clothes, but then I got high.
Right.
So I put on my
Right.
new Ziggy Stardust shirt.
It's a good
to
thing we're here at
replace-
your house. I mean, not like you can't wear my clothes. But
Right,
like,
true.
It's a good thing you were here and you had your own
I
clothes.
was like,
to
let me
put
go
on.
change this shirt that has a hole in it now. Right in the fucking right
Like,
ear.
right between the tits.
Yeah, well,
Titties.
See,
I'm wearing my moo.
Oh,
I need to get
love
some
that.
good
My
news.
Mrs. Roper.
yes.
Yes, we love us some
Yeah.
Mrs. Roper fit.
serving Mrs. Roper
Caftan.
realness.
I love it. I really need
It
to
felt
get
like
more of
fun.
those.
Yes.
I got out of the bath. I'm taking baths
Ooh,
these days.
I do love a bath.
Yeah.
If I had a nicer bath, we have
I-
those stupid slidey doors.
I know. Oh, see, at least I don't.
Oh.
And I don't like to take a
I
bath.
don't like
that
those.
track, and it's all sharp, and you feel closed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to take a
We-
bath there.
We had those in our apartment.
Yes, we did.
And we had a lavender tub.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
And it was I don't know. It was small
it was.
and narrow and shallow, and we never bathed in it. We just
Right.
showered in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But
That apartment wasn't really conducive to lounging and relaxing in the bath, darling. It was wash your ass and move on
right.
with
Move
life.
out.
it was the one room that had walls.
Oh yeah,
This is true.
a studio.
It was well, it was very loft like. It was
Yeah.
it had been a 3-bedroom apartment.
See, what had happened was
Right. And I talked it over with my business partner, and we were going to incorporate the second floor into the bar. So while we had our capital, we paid folks to gut it. And then he
gut it
turned
they did.
And then he turned into a little fuck about the whole thing. So we had this huge gutted loft space, but we kept the bathroom intact.
Okay.
Right.
So we had a I mean, we had a kitchen. We just didn't have walls anymore. We had a big open,
All the
and there was a
stuff
brick, but there was a brick wall down the middle, so it was 2 halves.
Yeah. How many
Sort of.
pit?
Yes, very money pit.
How very money pit, and that it was a time.
Was
But yeah,
I know.
those were the days.
and this tub is not quite like a 2-person tub, but it's a really good 1-person tub.
see,
You know, it's like a 70-year-old cast iron, and it's blue.
You get your life when you go in there. You have the candles and
Yeah.
the
I like the
wine and the
candles.
music.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
I love it.
yeah, you have
You're like,
to
I'm going to go take a bath. I'm like, you do that, baby.
get a
Yeah,
nice, big
because
tea
you know
tub. I have
the
to
world
have-
is on fire.
Well,
Right.
The world, and you know, like I have to read the news, and and I go suckle myself
Right.
with a bath.
I'm just gonna go
I
exfoliate.
just go,
Phrasing.
Because you're like, wow,
Right,
that's
Suckle myself.
and
I
when
just
you
had a
cry,
visual.
in the tub, it doesn't. It's fine because the water.
you can't tell.
Wow.
I know
Yeah.
we have our.
But it was good. I took a bath. I threw on my caftan. And here we are.
I have my 20-year wedding anniversary coming up, and I told him all I want is to stay somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like somewhere with a beautiful bathtub or like a, like or a private jacuzzi, something.
You should use
Yes.
the Hicksville thing to stay in that Dita room with that big pink
Oh
tub.
yeah, we got our research assistant, our friend Kim, got us each. She's so fucking generous.
know,
She
it's-
drives us insane because she's always like lavishly buying gifts, and we have kids, and we're like, we're poor.
I
We
know,
can't
like,
buy
we
you-
can't do
we
these
can't
things
spend
for
all this
you.
money on you. But she got us each like a kind of big amount gift card for this place called Hicksville Pines by us, which is like themed room cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
We had
Oh
put-
my. Okay, I know what
was
you're.
like-
Yeah.
Last time we stayed in the John Waters room, the Mondo Trasho room.
Yeah.
And so it's all pink flamingo
Nice.
wallpaper, and like the light switches are dudes with their, the cock
Yeah,
is the
the
light
little-
switch, and
There's dog shit on your pillow.
You do know I have hung out with John Waters.
Really?
jealous.
Really? So my buddy, mama, sister Elizabeth Coffey was in 4 of his films.
Ooh.
Okay.
Elizabeth Coffey Williams, and she knows John. I mean, they're friends. They, forever.
Amazing.
And we went to his Christmas show So time means nothing. 4 years
I
ago,
mean,
I know.
Something like
before the
that.
pandemic, right? Like 2019 or
in the
something.
before times,
The long,
in the
long
long,
In the
long
before
ago,
times.
right?
But we got to go and hang out with him in the dressing room and talk, and it was
That's so
fun.
That's
cool.
It was
amazing.
really fun.
I've seen
Yeah.
him
So I
live once or twice. Kim and I went to see him live. Just do his like when he had books come out,
Right.
and he just
yeah.
does his thing that's like stand up but not stand up. And it was
Right.
amazing, but we never got to meet him.
Yeah.
We got to walk really
He's
close. He was signing books, and we were like,
Like,
we like
oh,
waved at him, like,
yeah, he's
"Hi."
fun.
it was in the orbit.
Yeah, that was it.
He's really fun.
Oh,
He's
I
really fun.
I would
imagine.
imagine.
Like,
He's my hero.
because
I
he's
mean,
that.
really.
The conversation that we had was about labels, about
right,
all
yeah,
these new terms
Right.
the kids have come up with
Oh yeah, there's so many.
to sort themselves. And he's like, remember when we all just used to like fuck?
Right,
And I'm
right.
like, I do. I do.
I went to a thing with my kid who's trans, and so we went to this thing
Right.
in a college where we went for education, where I'm like, okay, as a parent, I'm responsible to learn, what's going on. So me and my kid went to this thing in a college where there was all these different sessions of, stuff about gender and whatever, and you go sit in these classes. And there was this one that we sat in, and she was breaking down. It was a girl, lesbian, but she was very what you would consider stereotypically masculine, and that was how she opened was, how do you think I identify? And a lot of people said male, and she said, no, I'm just a lesbian with short hair. Like, just because I look like
Right.
what do you mean I look like a boy? Like, because I have short
They
hair?
like to do
Right.
that.
Yeah, and
Some
so-
some of them like to do that.
But it was,
Yeah.
I had asked, so through the whole class, she's talking about, all the different terminology and whatever. And this is way back when this first was all a new thing. And I'm like, okay, let me ask a question. I said, so for me, I feel like the goal is to get to where gender doesn't matter, sexuality doesn't matter. We don't even fucking care. You just do what you do. You are who you are. And we don't have labels.
That would be
or anything.
nice.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That
And
would
that's
be
what she
nice.
said.
We're not
Yeah.
there.
That's
No.
what she said. And she said, well, here's the thing. Ultimately, abso-fucking-lutely. But right now, these kids need to feel like they're a part of something.
Yeah.
And that part of something needs a name for them to feel included and them
It
to feel
does.
like they're part
Yeah.
of the group. And so that was for me. I'm like, oh,
Right.
okay. Okay, I get that. Like, but so it's a good, I mean, there's so much to learn. The kids
Yeah,
are
I
fucking
mean, my
teaching us all
whole
the
thing
time.
is, yeah,
Right.
my thing is always you first.
Yeah.
Like when they say, why do we have to have labels? Well, because we do. Because you all insist on them.
Right.
I'm not even getting into neo pronouns because I can't.
So much.
But
No.
I can't.
Yeah.
But
My gender is a rainy Sunday.
yeah.
It's a mood.
Right. Everything's a
My
mood.
favorite
Yeah.
is I do not have pronouns. Do not refer to
Yes,
me.
I think that's
don't-
like
just
I'll go
don't
for
Don't
that.
refer to me.
Just don't
Right.
refer to me. I'm
Don't
okay with
think of
that.
Me. Don't talk about me.
Nope.
I have no pronoun.
Nope.
Get my name out your mouth.
Don't even look at me.
Yeah. We had done an interview with a very they them feeling person, and I just said, please tell me your preferred pronouns. And she kind of put her hand on her hip and said, I'm a lesbian. I'm a masculine lesbian. Like, we still exist, And,
Yeah.
Well, damn,
why do
Okay, like-
you assume I'm non-binary? And I said,
I
honey, I didn't
didn't.
make an assumption.
assume,
I
you just
literally ask this question of everyone we're about to talk to.
Right. And like to not assume.
Everyone.
And
Right.
I mean, and what I told my kid early on was like, if you accidentally called me a boy, I wouldn't be offended.
Well,
You know
good,
what I
thank
mean?
you.
Like, I would be like, okay. You know
Yeah,
what I
well,
mean?
it's
I'm
not
moving
a-
on. Like, are you saying something mean to me or are you saying something nice
Right,
to me?
'cause it's
As
not
long
an
as you're saying
insult.
he's rad, fucking sweet.
Cool.
Like, you can call me.
Never.
But if you're like, he fucking
Right.
sucks, he's an
Like,
idiot,
we're
I'm
like,
like,
well,
oh, don't call me.
Right.
I'm a woman.
Because
Right.
your paycheck could
I'm
have
a
just
shitty
gone
wo-
up,
I'm a
right?
shitty woman.
Exactly. Maybe I
Yeah,
make
maybe
that.
I just got a raise.
I know.
I want to
Like-
give him $50.
Right. Pay me like
like, go
52%
ahead.
more.
Exactly. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm like, whatever.
What was the
And
thing
for
when
the
I
longest
found-
time?
When I found my kids, whatever the biography, the
Oh.
profile thing, what was it that he described himself as?
Cunt boy?
Cunt boy. So my kid is 18. He's 18. He's trans, but he doesn't want bottom surgery. He only wants top surgery. And
Okay.
I found this little like link in his private Instagram that like, cause the algorithm suggests people. So although I don't follow him cause I'm not allowed to
Right.
on that account, it still came up as a suggestion. And in the biography, it has a link to a little thing where you can go talk about yourself. And he describes himself as a cunt boy. And I'm like, okay, that's a new one. That's
Like,
a
okay,
new
I'm
one
gonna
for
have
me.
to. I don't know if I want to look that up.
I'm not Googling that. I'll just
You
take your
don't
word
need
for it.
to.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Kinda
that's
dig it.
fine.
Right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fine.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, if that's how you identify, that's on you. And that's always been my thing is like, it's your life.
Yeah.
I don't have to live your life.
No.
So however you want to live your life, live it. It's not up to me.
Right.
Are you happy? That's my responsibility.
You
Are
have
you
to
happy?
Right.
Live in
Are
your
you
Are you
talking
skin.
about-
happy or
Are you talking about
are
me
you
in
staying
therapy?
alive? And what do you
Right.
need?
Are you talking
what do you
about
need
me
from
in
me?
therapy?
I'm like, if you're not talking about me
Right.
in therapy, we're good. Like, whatever.
If I'm not the problem, that's not the center of your therapy.
As long as you know you're safe at home and you can be anybody
there
you
you
want to
go.
be when you're here. Like, I can't control what happens to you in the outside world, but you're good here.
Oh,
Yeah.
honey, that's cute. But they're still going to talk about you in therapy.
I know.
I know.
There's
I got,
nothing you can do about
I
that.
got scared. The
I'm
therapist
just-
came out last week and she goes, I heard something about you. Like, all serious. And I go, uh-oh. What'd you hear
Right.
about me? And she goes, I hear you're into witchy stuff. And I said, oh, yeah, why? And she goes,
Oh.
oh, no, I am too. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay, there you go.
Yeah, he has like a 70.
Hey, girl, hey.
He has
Yeah.
like a 70-something-year-old therapist with pink hair. And so he was like, oh, I just wanted
tracks.
you to know like that I'm into that stuff too.
it's
I was like,
like
okay, cool. But I'm like, you said it like I thought I was in trouble. Like, what did I
She
do?
knocked like
Right.
the damn police.
Yeah. I was like, oh no, don't come out here. I heard something about you. I'm like, oh no.
All of the people I know who are in their 70s, I love because they tell the truth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like they're that much closer to death, and they're like, "Yeah, I got nothing left
Yeah.
to prove." And I love that because there's wisdom in that.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
You know what I mean? There's wisdom in like coming to this place where it's like, well, this is still who I am. I'm not gonna. This is like here we are, and yeah, I get some of my best stuff from people in their 70s. Now I keep younger friends because they will die probably before me,
You gotta have some.
and I don't want to be left
freshness on
utterly
yeah, like, you
alone.
don't wanna
Yeah,
be
that's
alone.
what. Yeah, like yeah.
I am utterly.
Yeah, Tessa's a couple
alone.
years younger than me. My husband's a couple years younger than me. Then I make
Yeah.
sure. I'm like, you guys
Yeah,
aren't dying
Charles is
before
a
me,
couple
right?
years younger than me.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's 2 years. It's 2 years.
It's only 2 years. It's not a big deal.
Charles.
no, we're more than that, but you know, it's not a big deal.
Well, I was
No.
saying not that long ago, I rarely notice the difference in our ages. Like it doesn't really like.
I
come
feel
up
like
to
once
me.
you're both over 25, it's
Yeah,
it's
like,
whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's a little bit older than that, depending on the kid, but yeah,
30.
basically.
Well, that-
30
yeah,
was
that-
my baseline.
Well, yeah.
Like once I was in my 40s, I was like not under 30.
Yeah.
No,
Under
yeah.
any circumstances. No.
Well, then there's also
No.
consider the power dynamic in that kind of
Right, depending
in
on what
your
your situation
age
is.
gap, you know,
Right.
that kind of thing. But
I don't care how pretty you are. I like
know.
to talk.
Yeah,
You
wanna
know,
have a
and I want to have
conversation.
something to talk about.
yeah,
And I have children in their 20s and 30s. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. When
I
when
mean-
my daughter said, Barbara who? I was like, leave the house. Just leave.
I know when I turned 33, it was actually on my 33rd birthday. That was the day that a switch flipped in my brain and I stopped feeling as self-conscious as I used to.
Okay.
I remember I was cashing a paycheck in the check cashing place because I was broke.
So you
Well-
were still examining your life.
right. I mean,
Like,
we've all stood in
I
line
just-
at the check cashing place. Like, let's not.
right. I just paid a fee for them to
Right.
give me
You
my
know,
money.
you look at
Well,
the posters, see what the percentage is, and you just do what you have to do.
That part.
I'm sorry, finish your story.
Thank you. So there was a sign on the window that said, "We no longer accept bill payments at this location." So I said, "Oh, how come
More
you-"
money for Coke. Okay.
I said, how come you guys don't do bill payments at this location anymore? And she was like offended. She was like, you guys, what you I'm a woman. You don't call me a guy. And up to this point, like my instinct would be to say something like funny or charming to diffuse the situation. So that
Right.
we don't have and like I started to, and then my brain was like, bitch, you don't have time. You got somewhere to be. So I just very much I said, I went one window to the left and I said, excuse me, how come you guys don't do bill payment at this location? And then she answered my fucking question. I went back to the other window and went, see how quick that was? Now here, cash my check.
Was that so hard?
Thank you. All I did was ask a
33rd
question.
birthday. Click.
I don't know when it hit for me. Like,
I love that that's what happened.
I know,
Right,
what
like, that
that's
was
so
the-
random. Yeah.
Now, why am I using a check casting facility at 33?
Well, no, I guess I don't know.
But you
Because
were teaching instead,
Well,
the folks.
See, I'm such a boring old fogey
I'm
though
just-
because I've worked for the government
Poverty
since I was
sucks.
19
It
years
sucks.
old.
oh, I know.
So
Right.
I've had like a checking account and medical insurance and all of those things since I was 19. So like I'm super
Uh-huh.
privileged when it comes to that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Well,
So
Right, you assume that's how you live.
yeah, I'm
as
like, what? A
one-
check? I've
many
never
do.
been to a check cashing place.
Oh, no.
like
I've
I
been
get
to-
direct
Right.
you
deposit.
ain't missing shit.
No, you really aren't. You really aren't.
I've never been to one either.
Yeah, no.
Well,
No, you-
I guess Charles and I will go.
Y'all can talk about this all you
We'll
want.
go
but
be
yeah.
trash over here then.
and
Fine.
Martha and I have our direct
Right,
deposit
that's
set up.
You guys.
I will sit over here and fuck myself
I know.
I
for
never-
2.6%.
Right.
I never took a bus from Philadelphia to New York because there are other more civilized ways, like the train. And the train is not that expensive, and you can, you could get on the regional rail and get to the Trenton train station and then get on New Jersey Transit and show up at Penn Station.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's $33 round trip or something, but it
bad.
used to be like 16. It's not
Yeah.
horrible.
Right.
Well, I never
But
did
you-
public
you-
transportation until.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying it's a reliable way to get there, and they are very comfortable, civilized trains.
See, let me set up this story the
Charles
proper
was
way.
presenting at Steps on Broadway,
Yes, in
which
New York.
which is a prestigious place to present your
Yeah.
work.
yeah.
Excellent.
And I was going up to see the show.
And I had
With
done
him.
this several times before, and I would just
Right.
get on the megabus
Without incident.
get off in Midtown, go mind my little black business, go to Steps on Broadway, do the show, get back on the bus after having some dinner, and get back home. No one died. There was no problem.
Okay.
It was lovely.
So
the one time
the day
I
he
asked this bitch to
decides-
come with me.
We're going to do a Greyhound bus or a Peter Pan bus, whichever one it was.
Peter Pan.
Okay.
Because it drops you off at Port Authority.
It leaves like Chinatown and then goes to New York via Camden. And someone died in the restroom.
Yeah, the day started with the corpse in the bathroom.
No.
Someone literally
That set the
No.
tone for
Died.
the voyage.
I would
In the
never take a
restroom.
bus again.
This is like a movie.
I know.
Not the
I
bathroom of
would
the bus.
never take
the bathroom of the bus station.
and
Oh, before
so
you
it's-
even left.
right. So
Oh,
like
no.
45 minutes after our bus is set to leave,
Right.
we finally depart.
Yeah.
And then we stopped off in Camden to drop off a transit employee or something. And then we take the bus up. So the bus is also subject to traffic, which the train is not. Let me add. The train gets there reliably one time.
Charles's face right now.
We sat after the corpse in the restroom. We sat getting into the tunnel, and it took like an extra hour
Oh no.
to get to our destination. And now we're running to get like we wanted to eat, we couldn't eat, like we were just barely going to make this show. And we go to the show and whatever, and then we ate, and we went to we went out to Marie's, crisis, and sing along Broadway bar, my favorite bar in New York, and we were taking the last bus out of New York to go home. So we go to the bus, and we're like 15 minutes early, thinking, they've sold every seat on this bus.
Oh no.
+2.
And by every seat, I mean Charles sat somewhere in the middle, in a middle seat, and I had to go to the very back row
Right by the bathroom.
and introduce myself
Oh no.
to two young black gentlemen who were neither welcoming nor affirming, and ask them to make room for me to sit down. It was literally the last seat on the bus. They did so very begrudgingly, and I sat kind of folded in half. When you pull your shoulders
Right, like make yourself
toward your cleavage
small
and you don't breathe hard.
Yes.
That's how I sat the entire trip back to Philadelphia, and I couldn't make his life miserable on the bus because he's about 13 rows in front of me in a seat.
No.
When we got off the bus at 1:30 in the morning,
We almost broke up.
that is something we will never do again.
Oh no.
I've never ridden like on a long trip bus. I've ridden like just the city bus, not until college. But when I was in college, I didn't drive quite yet. And so me and my best friend would take the bus just from college back to our house.
Yeah.
But never have I done like an hours long
nothing like
Greyhound
that.
trip.
This was like, I mean, it's like if all goes well, I want to say it's a 2.5 hour trip.
Right.
But to get there was more like an almost 4 hour trip.
Wow.
And then getting back was fine. Getting back was like 2 hours, but it was 2 hours folded over,
Right.
trying not to breathe and trying not to die.
Yeah.
Because I was getting daggers from both sides of me. It was an uncomfortable situation.
I would imagine.
And I went, I will never, if I never go to New York again in my life, I'm never getting on a bus, and you won't ask me if you're seated.
And I never did.
And I never did. And we're still together.
There's so little.
Right, we are, but it was a just barely by the time we got off
sure.
that thing, because I was like, this was a nightmare all the way up and all the way back. It was hideous.
Yeah,
it was hideous.
we don't have subways. We don't have
No.
like Southern California sucks as far as public transport.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you got to have a car.
you gotta drive.
Yeah, you have to drive.
Like
Yeah.
you can get to LA
You
on
can
the
take
Metro
the
Link.
train, yeah.
You can take the Metro Link, which is like a train that just goes basically from here to LA, Orange, and San Diego or something
Yeah,
and
pretty
back.
much.
And that's
How
fine.
far are you from Orange?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
We're pretty
Okay.
close. That was our friend that we stayed with the last girls' weekend we did when we posted all those
We were in
dumbass
Orange.
videos of me running up that hill.
Right.
Tessa dancing on
Our
the
feral
tables.
girl summer.
Yeah, we went and stayed at my
yeah.
friend Colt's house, who lives in Orange.
Chandelier times.
Yes,
we were having
chandelier
that chandelier
times.
times in Orange.
Yes, he has a beautiful house in
Chandelier.
Orange.
Oh, I know. Well, he has a beautiful house. Any place he has a house.
Yeah, he's a real estate agent and he sells like bajillion-dollar homes.
Right.
And he lives in this like beautiful houses. And I'm
I
like,
know.
oh my God.
And we get to go there. And
Yeah.
Yeah, he just lets us stay there for free, and like he's hardly ever
Okay.
home. He's just like, oh, here's the keys, and I gotta work and take care of my
I'll be here,
dogs,
whatever.
and
Like
I'm
let
in
the
and
dogs out and
It's amazing.
Alright.
don't steal anything.
Yeah, he doesn't say don't
No,
steal
he doesn't.
anything. He's known me for long. I've known him
Right,
since I was like
right.
19.
I
He knows
know.
I'm not stealing anything.
No, you've known him
No.
longer.
Is that more or less Republican than where you
Orange?
Orange is
More,
More.
right? Orange is
I'd
Orange
say
got
That's what I've
weird.
heard.
Yeah, Orange got weird when Trump was in office. Like Orange County, which is like beach town, got like
Well,
all
'cause of
Yeah.
money.
Oh,
They got
money,
the
because the
monies.
taxes.
Yeah,
They go Republican because of
they got
tax
the money. There's
issues and shit.
what is it? Social or fiscal conservative.
Yeah, fiscal conservatives.
Yeah, my ass. My ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And so they come over here.
So they're assholes.
And they come over here, they buy up all our fucking real
Mm-hmm.
estate, and then they rent that shit out for
Right.
fucking
That's what
exorbitant
they're
amounts
trying
of money.
to and successfully
Been there,
turning our
done that, yeah.
downtown into.
Yeah.
Is all of this. So they're moving all of like the music out of there, and they're building penthouses down there.
Yeah, they're trying to turn our shitty town into like an artist fucking whatever.
Which might be cool,
But only
the way
rich
that they're
artists,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that looks like.
They're not even the good ones. They're just, yeah.
I mean, there's
That's a shame.
but we got the Cheech though.
We do. We have the Cheech Marin Museum. So, hey, we got the Hispanic, the Chicano Cultural Museum
Yeah.
in our town. So,
Okay.
So that we do
Okay,
have. I guess he's a frequent visitor.
yeah, and Cheech Marin comes often, I guess, and hangs out.
he loves it here.
I mean,
It's called the Cheech. We thought
Yeah.
they weren't going to call it that.
I thought that was just like the
It's
colloquial
called the like
term.
Chicano heritage, something
Right.
like,
But
but they
it's
call it the
the
Cheech. Like that's because
What
he's
else would you call it?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I thought. That was like my joke guess. I'm like, what are they gonna call it? The Cheech?
and yes, they sure
They
did.
did. So
why, yes.
yes, why
they
yes.
did.
To answer your question,
So
yes,
yeah, we
they
do
did.
we do have a lot of Latino, Chicano heritage, like because of where we are and we're close to Mexico and all that stuff. We have some super cool like
Right.
art shit, and like there's a restaurant downtown that's what is it called? Tio's? The one
Tios-
that has
oh yeah,
they
Tios.
make out of recycled stuff. They make
He's
these
been
giant
making-
sculptures out of like trash.
right. He's been making it for years, decades.
But they're all like, aren't they like Latino like figure? They're
yeah,
like,
yeah. They're like all kinds. Well, there's all kinds of different shit when you go. walk
yeah,
around
he does
down
like all this crazy stuff where you go in and it's a restaurant, but it's also like this thing you can kind of walk through outside where they've built all this stuff out
we
of like
used
recycled
to call that
things.
place 25-hour because it used to be open 24 hours, and you used to go there in like when you would leave downtown.
Oh, it's
you
not
would walk
anymore.
No,
huh?
it's not anymore.
Yeah,
it's,
no, it shuts at a
it's like a
normal time
nicer
now.
place.
Is
now.
anything 24 hours anymore?
Uh,
Do you have
not
anything
down there.
left?
I feel like not downtown.
We
yeah.
don't. We don't. I mean,
Not a
all the
ton.
diners, and between Jersey and Philadelphia, I mean, diners were so prolific,
Yeah.
We
and
just
they
have
all close at like 9, 10, 11 o'clock.
Denny's is open 24 hours. That's
Well,
it.
Mr. T's burned down.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't even know if our Denny's are. Everything closes.
Oh.
Pretty sure our
I'm
Denny's
picturing the
are-
reality of being in a Denny's at like
Well, we have-
4:30 in the morning, and I just got the shivers.
Yes,
It
exactly.
reminds me of high school.
Totally.
We have Wawa, which is a
Oh.
convenience store
Yes.
that does food, and that's it after 11,
We have 7-Eleven.
right? After,
Yeah.
or,
It's like a
after
Wawa.
10.
7-Eleven.
I mean, yeah,
the
it's like
wings and
they
Wawa's
have
Yeah,
like a
they-
bougie 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We just had the
Slightly.
7-Eleven with the roller dogs. Or
Yeah, we
whatever,
got the
or, like, you
roller
could
dogs.
go-
Oh wait, now you can get roller taquitos.
Oh, well, now they've stepped up their game.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
you go
taquitos
there.
saved my life on more than one
Yeah.
occasion.
Well,
My kids get like when my oldest is like it's that time of the month. He's like,
Uh-huh.
I want some 7-Eleven taquitos. He gets a craving.
Yeah.
I got me a
That's fair.
hanker. A hanker for a hunk of roller taquito.
Well, and they are it's like a Monterey Jack and
Oh,
steak
well, it's got
taquitos.
that-
Yes.
Oh, you know
Monterey
what?
Jack chicken.
There's something to be said about that garbage. Let me just tell you.
I'm
'cause
telling you. I mean, I'm overweight for a reason. We got a lot of fucking shitty good food around
Yeah,
here.
There's
yeah.
a lot of places to
Sure.
stop in the night. I mean, like there plenty of drive-throughs. Well, no,
Like,
I think
You can't see it
like
on
isn't
camera, but here.
Alberto's?
Oops.
Oh,
here,
no,
that's
you
okay.
flipped up my.
I made bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos. We're trying to munch before we
Oh, my.
camera on. Like I'm always
Oh,
with the
my.
shitty food. I made pork chops, bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos, and fucking like a pasta side. Like what the hell? That was all.
Wow. Okay.
I made
Sounds
a salad also, so there was some vegetables in there.
I
But
made
like
a salad
There
also.
you go.
As a side note,
It's
I
like
made
that
a salad
mid-Edward
also.
joke.
The
Can I get the-
jalapeno counts as a vegetable.
Right? I'm like, can I get the vegetables to like, tell my stomach that the
But
rest
not
of everything
really.
is cool?
That's all I got.
He's
Not
with
really.
me. He's with me.
Ooh.
That bacon's
right?
with me.
That's with me.
He's with me. The lettuce. It's good. It's all
This
good.
cheese.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a.
I'm telling
spicy.
you. I was eating them earlier. I made them for dinner, and then my husband, who just had surgery on his stomach, I made
Yes.
bacon wrapped jalapenos, and then I ate one, and I went,
Ooh, you might
"That's
not
a
want to do
spicy
that.
jalapeno." So now Tessa gets jalapenos
Yay!
instead because my husband's
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah,
"I'm not
you're not
fancy
having
it."
those because I love you.
I
Yeah.
thanked him. I
Yeah,
thanked him from
Well,
having
or at least I don't want you to die.
Right.
Not yet.
not
been
right.
at this moment.
I've spent enough time in the fucking hospital in this past
Seriously,
year. I
in the
don't need
recent
to have
times.
to go in
I
because
know
I
that's
fed him
right.
jalapenos.
Right over some fucking jalapenos. No, no,
I'm still over here changing bandages.
Right.
I don't need to be back in the hospital again.
no. That was.
Oh, it's like
Well, that's-
that. Okay.
I cook for my friend who has a delicate stomach, and if it has any heat at all, I add about a quarter of the heat, whatever the recipe is. So if it calls for cayenne or jalapeno or chipotles and adobo or whatever, like I quarter the heat,
Yeah.
and then she can tolerate it. And yet she keeps trying to make these recipes, like these southwestern recipes, and she's like, I
Sounds
can't eat
good.
that. And I'm like, again, I tell you, yeah, you have this very delicate stomach, and no, it's like, yeah, if it says put a half a teaspoon of cayenne, like I dust it, I dust it,
One little
and
granule.
Right.
yeah, and it's like.
One cayenne.
One
One
cayenne.
cayenne, a singular cayenne.
When she does it, she thinks that somehow hot things will be less hot. And they're not. And then she like cooks a whole dinner and she's like, I can't eat this. And I'm like, I know.
I know.
I know.
The older I get, the
But
more
you-
often I get heartburn. But I
Oh, I
love
know.
spicy so much.
But
I'm
we've-
just like
I
Tums,
can't
more
stop.
Tums.
I know.
Yeah. I just
Yeah, I
cover it
mean,
up.
I
and
do
that's
love
the
the
thing.
spicy.
I do.
I like spicy and I like back heat.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I love horseradish because
Yes.
it's
I like to
generally.
Eat it by
Back
itself. Little
Uh-huh.
wasabis just to clear my
Yeah.
Wasabis.
sinuses.
I like to dip the fried
Yeah.
sauce from Arby's.
I do love a horseradish, a horsey sauce, and dip my fries
Say
in
horsey
it.
sauce. Say it.
Right.
Horsey
Say horsey
sauce.
Horsey sauce.
I love the way she says horsey sauce. It is so fucking adorable.
Horsey sauce.
Yeah, I love horsey sauce.
Yeah.
It's so delicious. You guys have
It
Arby's there?
tickles me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That's
know
like your
everybody's
favorite.
always talking about
like, fast food place.
who's keeping Arby's open. It must
You
be a
are.
drug front, and I'm like, it's me.
Oh my god.
I love Arby's.
There's-
I'm like, I'm keeping Arby's open.
You are the one.
So right, the entire point. No, Arby's is the entire point is first of all because it is pressed meat, because it is ground and then reformed into roast beef. There's no gristle.
It's delicious.
it's so good.
It's so good.
And it's delicious, and it's the perfect vehicle for 2 packets of Arby sauce and
yes.
2 packets of horsey sauce
Yes.
sandwich.
You gotta make that shit saucy.
Oh yeah,
I love
the little
it.
Saucy
slip and
Arby's
slide.
And I rebuild the sandwich from roll to roll
Yes.
Yes,
Put it
that's what you
between.
must
in
do.
layers
Yes.
with the Arby sauce and the horsey sauce. Yeah, I don't cook meat at home, but I mean, like every once in a while.
I don't eat there very often because it's kind of far from
Well,
us.
see, that's what I'm saying. I would eat there more often.
Oh, see,
but
ours
there is
isn't
not
even that
a-
far.
Well,
It's
when
not that
convenient
far.
my husband
Arby's.
was in the hospital, it's by the hospital.
See, that's the
and
thing.
so I'd be like,
Oh.
"Ooh, let me go get some
Perfect.
Arby's while I'm
Oh my
waiting."
god! And
He
then the
doesn't need to
curly
know.
fries,
Yes.
and then you have it with curly fries. Like,
You
what
can
could
get
be better?
You can get frozen Arby's curly
Yes.
fries here. I don't know if you can get those there, but at the grocery store, you can
I've
get them
never
frozen.
seen them.
And they
We
are
have-
just like
They're
in the
good.
air fryer.
Yep.
They are just like a fucking Arby's
Oh, okay.
curly fry.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So we get extra sauces at Arby's and put them
So
in
you
the
can eat 'em
fridge so that
later.
when we get the frozen Arby's fries,
Oh.
we got the horsey sauce
can
and the
dip
Arby's
them.
sauce for
It's
dip.
an advanced
dip.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the perfect combination of sauces, and it's like the best sandwich.
It's
It
so
is
good.
I
good.
discovered Arby's has euros now.
No,
You know what's
I
good
do
too?
love
Their
me
market
Euro.
fresh sandwich. I love that turkey bacon ranch
I like the
sandwich.
wrap, the turkey
Yeah,
bacon wrap.
same.
I like the wrap. That's good.
I have
Yep.
never ordered anything but the regular roast beef sandwich.
Those are the only two things I've ever ordered there is the regular roast beef and the
Yeah,
turkey
yeah.
bacon ranch. That's it. And those are the only two items.
Yep. Yep.
and I
I'll eat
get
a ham and
two.
cheese though. I'll eat one of them.
I never had one of those.
I'll
I'm
eat it.
sure it's good. I'm just like, I look at the menu and I'm like, but why would I fuck with perfection?
Well, exactly. Like you already
Exactly.
know what you want.
And
You
that's
gotta
the
go
I
and
know
get
what
what
I
you
want.
want.
I eat
Yeah,
there so seldom that
exactly.
you got to get that.
That's what you're there for.
Gotta
Yeah.
have that flavor.
That's why
I
you
want
have
my
a
sauce
wife.
sandwich.
Exactly.
I want
The
Oh,
sauce
I do
sandwich.
my
love a
sauce
condiment. I
sandwich.
love a condiment.
Ugh. And they're perfect condiments.
Oh,
Arby's sauce. It's like
They
the
are.
perfect,
it's so good.
really fucked up, I don't know, fusion barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's got that tang to it.
It's got that tang
Yeah.
to it.
And,
that
and
bite.
it's distinctive. And when you mix it with the horsey sauce on the sandwich, it's perfection. It's so delicious.
Not a
And
sponsor.
it's like that.
Right? Not a sponsored.
No, not a sponsor at
This
all. Yeah.
is just true love.
I don't
For the Arby's.
cook meat at home. I don't, not anymore. Like, but every now and again.
Yes.
Get that
Yeah.
hankering
You gotta treat
for that
yourself.
thin
I-
slice.
Treat
meat.
yourself.
Treat
Yeah,
yourself. You gotta do it.
We did that
true.
last weekend. A patron sent us fucking
Oh, yes.
money, like just randomly was like, "What's your PayPal? I want to send you money.
Yeah.
I want you guys to go treat yourselves."
Gave us a tip.
Give us a tip of
Yes, we get.
$100.
Yeah, we have a
$100,
patron
and
who
we were
does
like,
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we
Although
went and
he
got
was $50 last time, so I don't know
Oh.
if we have fucked up in some way. Or
Well,
he just broke.
This is
But
the only
usually
time
it's
this ever
100.
happened.
Yeah, this has never
No,
happened.
it's
before.
happened. This has happened 3, 4.
Oh, see, yeah,
That's
no.
awesome.
This
All I
is
know
really
is every now and because I set up a Venmo for Full Circle,
I should.
and every now and again, like I'll just get a little cha-ching at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
went and picked up sushi rolls, cheesecake, and a bag of weed so
Yeah.
that we could watch Mother May I Sleep with Danger.
You know we picked up a bag of weed. You know we picked up a bag of
and
weed.
we sent him photos. We sent photos. I made a little array of here's the sushi, the cheesecake, and the weed
This is the good time.
all in one
Right.
photo. Like I went in the dispensary and I
Work.
was like, instead of my usual,
Right.
send me to the cheapest area. I said, give me the highest grade indica you have in this
Instead
shop.
of what can I get for this many?
Yes.
Right.
I
So, y'all still do analog?
was like, yeah.
Still do.
Yeah, straight
Oh.
up. We prefer.
See,
We
I
prefer
find
the analog.
analog crude.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Well-
That's what we are.
well, that's
our
true.
brand.
All of
I find dabs.
No,
much.
no offense meant, but like I don't like the smell of weed, and I have
Okay.
all these negative attachments to the smell of weed.
Well, that makes
That's
sense.
fair.
And I'm like, digital is so amazing because
I enjoy it. I do.
I'll do either.
It
Like
might have
I'm
a
down
little
for either.
smell, but it doesn't last long. But analog,
No.
and I feel like the more they play with the strains, the more it's skunk it is.
Oh yeah,
It depends. I
dank.
know. Sometimes you look at your face, you're like, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Ah.
stinkier the better for me.
We are dirty,
We're
dirty,
dirty
bitches.
We're-
I looked over at her face and we were both like, yeah, fucking skunky.
wow.
I just love the way you leaned into. We're some dirty bitches.
No, I cannot stand the smell. And that was like my one rule is like take that shit outside.
That's fair.
You know, like
I
I don't.
grew up in a household where my mom sold weed, and it was
Okay.
it was
So I am a
everywhere all the
connoisseur.
time.
Please and thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
And I didn't smoke weed till I was in my 20s because of that. Because I was like, "Oh, that's fucking bunk. That's old people shit." My
Right.
mom smokes weed.
Right.
I was like, "Whatever, hippie. Okay, hippie. Like,
Right,
sure." And so
Right.
it wasn't until I
I'm
met
doing
my
hard
husband.
drugs.
Yeah, I was like, I'm doing hard drugs. What are you talking about with this fucking bunk ass weed? And so it wasn't until I met my husband and he was like, on the up the nose shit, he was like, like I do mushrooms and weed. Like I only do shit that comes from nature. And I was like, oh, and I'm all spun. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah.
Mushrooms are my goal. I've
I only do shit
never,
that comes from my basement.
I've never ever.
I only did
Never,
mushrooms.
ever.
What was it? The last 2 years that I finally
Yeah.
did mushrooms,
I
and it
would
was
say since
because
the
the
pandemic.
chocolate bars, the pandemic, and because they make mushroom chocolate.
Yeah.
And so,
Nuh-uh.
I'm getting another one of
yes, you
those.
can get a chocolate bar with it. It's like built into the fucking chocolate.
I'm getting another one tomorrow.
And she was getting them, and we were like, "Oh my god!" Because it
It's
doesn't
like-
have the whole
it's
taste.
like a
and
Wonka
the-
bar.
It's like a Wonka bar.
No, it does have the taste. Some of them do.
Well, but it
fully
doesn't
the-
have the dryness. So when you try
Oh.
to eat mushrooms, it's like eating fucking dirt.
Yeah, it tastes like butt.
But
Well,
if
I
you
drink
put it in
water.
chocolate-
Well,
right.
yeah, you have to.
Yeah, but if you put
Dirt
it in
that someone
chocolate-
rubbed in their ass.
exactly.
little bit.
It's got a little bit of ass sweat on it.
I know, but you gotta chew it.
Yes.
You gotta chew it.
Just drink and drink and drink and drink.
Wow. Okay.
But with the chocolate, it's not.
You
It's,
gotta be like,
it really cuts that flavor. Like it's still there, but you're not picking fucking ass mushrooms out
yeah,
of it.
you gotta.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Much
that
more
note,
palatable. Much
It's
more
much.
palatable.
Yeah, it's
Um,
much easier to do if it's in a chocolate bar. If it's
we-
in a
we will
Wonka
come-
bar.
We will come back with mushrooms are my goal. We're gonna take a break
So we can refill.
because
Right,
I
yeah.
didn't wear a diaper, so we're gonna pee and refill our drinks, and
That's what
we'll
we
be right
forgot.
back. Right back.
Yes.
And we're back.
Yay!
Damn, that felt long.
Right. It was like
does.
The
5,
longest
What
5
a
seconds.
long
2 years.
countdown that is.
4, 6 months, 3, 4 weeks.
Kinda.
Yeah. So
So Sazerac,
this is what you're drinking.
yes.
Okay.
So you take your rye whiskey, and you take a little bit of sugar, you take an ice cube, and you stir it all together. Oh, and some Peychaud's bitters, and you stir it all together, and then you take a chilled glass and you put about this much absinthe.
How much is this much?
You coat the like less than a quarter of an ounce, like just enough to wet it, and you
Just
twirl it
eyeball
around
it.
in the glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you put it aside to drink later, or drink it right then if by your third one like me. And then you put
That-
this in this, and you take some lemon peel, and it looks all fancy.
Ooh, you
Look
fancy.
at that.
I know.
Cute.
We're always like trying to think of, especially Liana, that we're always trying to think of like, what can we drink besides me just putting vodka and everything, or you just having a beer? Like, what
I know.
can we have something fancy? But
Well-
like, we can never find something that's worth spending all the money to get all the shit that you
Right,
need to
because
make
none
the
of
drink.
us have bars.
Yeah, we don't have like stocked bars,
No.
so yeah,
Oh.
we don't have all that fancy
No,
stuff.
we don't have those things.
Well,
I've never
because
had
of
apple.
because
Yeah,
of a
apple.
miserable time in our life, and a horrible story, we have a stocked bar
Yeah.
Well,
because
Yeah,
we had to
some
bring it
bar.
somewhere. So yeah, we have one.
I've never had absinthe
no, I've never had
ever
absinthe.
since
It's
Bram
licoricey.
Stoker's
It's
Dracula.
bitter.
See, I don't like that. I
I've
don't like
been
that
like-
flavor.
I probably won't like it, but ever since Bram
don't like that
Stoker's
flavor.
Dracula, I've wanted
Well,
to
what
try
you
it.
gotta
it's
do-
it's a bitter licorice.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Like in the
no.
old days, they would put like they
Not that
have the little
flavor.
glass, and then they have a
Yeah.
slotted spoon, and
Yeah.
they would put
Right,
a
with
sugar
the
cube,
sugar.
cube.
Right. Because it
and then
tastes
pour
like
the
butter.
water. Right.
Yeah.
But
And so they made it look super fancy, and because the color of it and
Well,
stuff,
that,
I was like,
and you're supposed to like
"Ooh."
hallucinate and shit.
And it's
But
not
now-
cheap.
no,
I bet.
It's not cheap. It's what is that bottle? $67
Something like that.
for a bottle of absinthe.
And
Ooh,
we've
that
had
makes
it
you
for
feel
like
fancy though. That's luxurious.
4 years.
Right? That's yeah.
I'm buying $10 a bottle vodka over here.
Well,
I'm
like
not-
that one, that big old
Sure.
baby-sized one was. I got it in a gift exchange at Christmas, and it came from Costco.
It was the Kroger vodka.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
I tell you what, if
Okay.
you throw an
You know
throw
what?
an
It's
energy
good
drink in
vodka.
there, it tastes just fine.
it's good.
If you know,
vodka.
you know. Yeah.
Oh,
Right, I
let
mean,
me
it's
tell
not
you,
a pretty bottle.
a friend of ours who owns an art gallery, he hit me to this cheap bourbon that's like really good quality because it's made by this company that makes like bougie bourbon, but this is like their streetwear line.
Yeah. This is like
And like it
But
comes
it's-
in a handle,
Oh,
but it's so good and it's cheap as hell. We put it in our
Don't
little
our
crystal
husbands like
decanter and
that?
act like we're doing something.
they will.
What's it
They
called?
like
Something
frozen, right?
Palace or
Yeah, they're like-
Heaven gold. It's got
I
green
don't know.
lettering. I'll tell you
Yeah,
about it
it's a
later.
thing.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
DM it to me.
But there are, I don't drink hard liquor. I mean, once in a while, gin and tonic, but
Sometimes
I didn't drink hardly ever till COVID. Like I literally
oh,
Yeah,
I
went
didn't
you
say I
said
didn't
it.
drink.
only.
I said hard liquor.
No, I didn't drink. I didn't drink beer. I didn't
No.
drink wine. I didn't drink liquor.
Wow.
She
Other
was a
than
real
maybe
cheap
like
date. You take her to the show.
I was like
she'd
2
drive.
drinks. Yeah.
She'd have like one drink, one vodka tonic.
Wow.
And that was
All it would cost you.
But
and she
when
would
COVID
drive.
set in, it was like fuck.
Well, then no one was going anywhere.
I'm
She's like, well,
stuck
fuck it,
at
I'm
home.
home.
Yeah.
I'm not driving
I'm not
Well,
nowhere.
that's
driving.
when we
Yeah.
started doing the podcast too, was because
It was like, well, we're
we
not
were
going
here
nowhere.
and we were hanging out anyway. So people should be subjected
We're
to
just
this.
sitting around getting drunk and stoned and talking shit. Let's record it. Whatever.
Let's record
Right.
it.
I mean, it's kind of
Basically
what
what we
we did.
said.
You know?
We were like, either we're really interesting or we think we are. So
Well,
we should record this. That's
yeah.
what
And
we
we're
did.
more
Yeah.
interesting than we thought because we
Apparently.
really thought it was just going to be us laughing at ourselves.
Yeah, I
Right,
mean,
right.
And
like,
the fact that like 100 or more people tune in
Yeah.
every week to be like, we think you're funny
Yeah.
is like insane.
it's crazy to
I'm like,
us.
even that, like, that's not, we're not skyrocketing to fucking stardom, but at the same time, like, if you had 100 people who were sitting in an audience listening to you, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in different
Wow.
parts of the world. Like, not
Yes.
even
Right.
just people we know.
I'm like,
Where in
even
the
if it's-
world do you have listeners?
Oh God, I see. And now and the question is, are people using VPNs? Like, is this legit that it's from
Thank
another
you.
country?
Yeah, because you don't know.
Don't harsh my
No.
vibe, man.
I know, but
Because we do have like pretty much all the European countries, and I know some of them are legit, like in Europe and stuff. That we
Yeah.
do have some
Right.
real ones. We made a chart in the Philippines.
yeah.
We made an Apple chart in the Philippines for TV and film.
Nice.
I mean, I know
Okay.
somebody that lives in the Philippines,
So
but I
maybe it
don't
was
know
that,
if they're listening.
And we also have a friend in Thailand. I don't think we made the charts there though, but like it
well,
doesn't.
like I don't know how she gets.
Yeah, I'm not sure what platform she's
She
listening
lives.
on.
She lives on like an
But
island.
like 85% of our listeners are US.
Yeah.
And then we have like 3% UK, 1% Australia, New Zealand, and then the rest
Germany,
is
I
all
think,
like,
is one
yeah,
of
we have
them, yeah.
Germany. It's like,
Everywhere,
white
right.
people.
Right.
White people, unfortunately.
well, like
No,
English,
unfortunately.
speaking, because I mean, it's not like it's translated in different.
That's true. We only
So
do
I
it in
mean, like, I
English.
don't think it's because of that. I think it's just because of the English.
Right? The fact that that's the
of it.
only language it's available in. We tried that AI thing.
Oh,
Remember I
right.
sent that
was
weird
so.
Yes.
and it doesn't translate it, but it
It
does
gives, like, a
it does a whole
transcript?
transcript, and it tries to make you like an AI
It's
video.
like auto
It's very
corrected.
weird.
So it's like what it hears is not what you said necessarily.
Yeah.
So
I
we
don't
were
like that.
saying
It's weird.
we were saying Sigourney Weaver
Yes.
tops,
and it was
but
like
it
Gordini.
but it translated it to Gordoni Weaver.
Yes, Gordoni is.
It kept saying Gordoni
Lava is.
and lava is because she
Yeah.
was all mother has arrived, and it kept saying it lava has arrived, and I'm like, no, not lava, mother.
Like you're not
said-
catching that.
when you said Ripley showed her what fire do, that
Yes,
sent me.
you sent that comment.
Sent me. When
I
I'm
make sure
listening to Doom Generation, and something like hits me, I'll totally message Nicole and be like, "Oh my god!"
And I always make sure to read Tessa your messages.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, Charles said about
You're
this
right.
episode.
She does. She sends me messages like,
Yeah.
"Oh, so somebody said this and somebody said that."
Yeah, I always make sure to tell her
Yeah.
because I'm the
You're the
vo-
liaison.
I'm the liaison
She's
between the public.
entertainment. The
I'm the coordinator,
social
the social-
attaché.
Yes, I know everyone always asks like, which one am I talking to? I'm like,
It's
it's
always
always Nicole.
Nicole.
It doesn't matter what platform. It's always me.
We tried. I mean, I don't think nobody gave a shit when you were like, "Oh, on Discord or whatever." Like,
no,
if you say
they
something
wonder.
funny
They
enough-
always, and I told them if you go on our Discord and you say something funny enough, Tessa might reply. She actually does have a Discord where she can see all of this, but
We
no
have a
one's ever
Discord.
said anything. Ours is sort of active. We have maybe, I don't know, 15 to 20
Yeah.
people in there, and depending on the day, they'll
we
get.
got on it last week, and there
We
was
tried to
got
do
some
the
of
video thing.
7.
Yeah.
We
like,
tried to do
yeah.
the video thing. We didn't realize that it made it like a video call
Like
where they
this.
could talk to us like this.
We're like,
And we were
oh,
like,
Oh no.
oh shit. No, don't talk to me.
it became
What
like,
did I say earlier?
It became
Don't
like a
refer
party
to
line.
me.
Yeah, it was like a party line from the 90s where like they didn't turn their cameras on, but we could
No.
hear them. And so we're like on video talking, and it's two people who've never met each other in different parts of the country
It was
who
weird.
don't know each other, who are talking to us and now talking to each other because they're in our Discord.
We're
and
bringing
were
people
like-
together,
We thought it
you
was
know.
just going to be like where they could type to chat while we were on video.
That was not how it went.
That's not how it
No.
went. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like everybody was there, and it was like, oh god,
We're like, oh no.
oh shit,
It's kind of like a Clubhouse,
yes.
Yeah, something like that, where it was like a just.
except you are using it.
And I guess there is a way where they can just shut their camera and their audio off, and there is a way where they can text to chat, but we didn't know that.
No, it was just like
okay.
everybody like got thrown into a thing, and it was kind of weird for a minute.
It was
just-
interesting.
so yeah, we didn't learn anything from that experience.
No,
Have you ever participated in like Twitter Spaces?
I have. I do with Pixie. When Pixie from Next on Stage 1, the stripper podcast, when she does her Twitter Spaces, probably once a month, I'll log in, but she immediately goes, "Oh, Doom Generation is here," and I'm like, "No!" Like I just want to listen. I just want to listen.
I just
want
want to lurk.
And so she'll invite me up to the mic and say, "Tell us about your podcast and tell us what you
And
do
it's
for
always just
marketing."
her.
And it's like just me talking, and I'm always like, "Oh, hi, it's Nicole from Doom Generation." It's always like awkward because it'll be
I just want to
something-
point out that was very Trixie Mattel of you. Sometimes I just want to go to the drag show. I don't want to be on the
Exactly. I just want to listen. I don't
I
want
want
to
to be part of it. I just want to lurk.
Right.
She'll be doing like, "Oh, how do you market your podcast?" And so I'm like, "Oh, let me listen and see what
Right.
people are doing to market their podcast." And within 5 minutes, she goes, "My buddies at Doom Generation are here. Doom Generation, get up on the mic." And I'm like,
But I just wanted to know how to market my podcast.
I'm like, I woke
Right,
up
yeah.
20 minutes ago. I woke up 20 minutes ago. Please.
Right.
I'm trying to better myself. You're fucking it
I
up.
know. Trying to learn something, not teach something. Shit.
And the same, like, because I always try to be supportive with people who've like had us on or,
Right.
you know, whatever. So like there's a podcast who's had us on and they are trying to do this thing where every Friday they do an Instagram live and nobody is watching. And I'll log in and then I'm stuck.
I hate that.
Because I'm the only one watching, and I'm like,
And you don't want to be like, well, okay, that was good. Bye.
I gotta go away. And so, and then they invited me onto the live, and I'm like, no, I'm smoking a bowl. I can't,
Right.
I can't be on video.
I'm
right
waking
now.
I've
and
got to go
baking
do
right
literally
now.
anything but this right now.
Right? I'd love to talk to you, but I won't.
Yeah, and I feel so bad because I know how it is because we've done lives where there's like 4 people
Right,
watching
and
or
it's like-
whatever, and you're like, I would love if you know, and so I feel like I have to stay and watch
Right.
the thing.
Yeah.
And my husband's just laughing at me nearby, like, you're stuck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just glad that you do all of this stuff because I would like.
yeah.
No,
I
the
have
best
to
is
do better.
like you'll be there and you'll be the only one there, and then all of a sudden, like one other person will come and be like, "All right, cool," then you bounce. It's like
Right? As soon as somebody else pops in, like, bye.
nothing changes.
Right? I'm all about the French exit,
Well, and
like
it's-
in real life and online.
And it's not like one of the ones they were doing was asking about marketing and how are you getting whatever. And I told him, because it's 3 guys, 3 cis straight guys. And I told him, like, titties, like, just the fact that you got titties helps. Like, I don't know what
Right.
to tell you. You're 3 straight guys. Like,
I
nobody's
don't
going
know
to
what,
listen
like-
to your podcast. Like, there's so many straight white guys doing fucking podcasts. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to help you. Like,
I don't know how you stand out from that.
yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it is what it is. Like, the
Maybe
market
wear a
is
funny hat.
saturated. Yeah, right. I told him take your titties
Maybe,
out. I
right?
told him,
Take your titties out.
I
Have
don't
you
know.
tried
I
taking
don't
your
know.
titties out?
I'm like, get
Right.
those man titties out. Put them on the
I
timeline.
mean, we haven't had to do that yet.
I'm like, we don't do that, but
Right.
just the fact that we have them, I feel like gives us an edge because there's not a ton of pop culture podcasts.
It's our
that are-
pretty privilege.
Right? I'm like, there's just
I
not
mean,
a
Yeah,
ton
yeah,
of-
there you go.
I've already decided because, like, you do a quality podcast. You just do. It's
Right.
funny. and I look forward to seeing what the next movie is going to be. And the fact that y'all are cute don't help shit. Or don't hurt shit.
Well, I mean, like, and that's the thing is because we've talked before, like, the last thing we're trying to do is.
Oh yeah, we're not trying to be sexy.
No.
And so when people will send us messages where they're like, "Oh, in the Dracula episode, you were," and I'm like, "Ew."
That's
we're not
not
trying
what
to
the
be
intention was.
cute.
Like the very last thing we're trying to be
we're
is
just
like
trying
hot.
to be funny.
Yeah,
like we're not trying to
be
turn nobody
funny.
on.
If you're laughing, that's the only goal that we have.
Yeah,
is that
Yeah.
you're
this
laughing
is not
at
the
our-
sexy podcast. This
No,
All the
it is
rest
not.
of it was you. It was you.
Yeah, like you invented something else because that's not what we
Exactly.
were trying to do at all.
And we have
So,
definitely
how
like
many
a
of
little bit
those-
more male audience. A little
Yeah.
bit. We
Right.
had like 60-40.
It's
We do not. We're skewed the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when
Yeah.
that was.
We
It always
don't.
like
We
that?
don't. We don't speak well of straight white men, so
Well,
apparently
neither do I. Neither do
they
we.
do
We
not
don't
tune in.
necessarily-
Yeah, they kind of don't either.
Neither
Maybe
do
it's
we.
hotter when you reject them.
I think
don't
they
know.
like it. I think they
Yeah,
like
that
it.
could
when
be
we're
the
mean
thing.
I
to
don't
them.
know because I mean it's not like we do. We're not out here simping for.
It's
I
like,
mean,
yeah,
The
but they're
ones
like,
Anybody.
for is
I
like
don't-
Velvet
That could be a new
Goldmine,
level
where
to your
they learn-
Patreon. I'm
right?
just saying.
Yeah,
mean-
but they listen to you and they're like, I don't feel respected, but I'm hard.
I
Right?
mean, maybe,
kind of.
maybe. Then you should be
My
paying me
bestie-
dominatrix money.
Oh, we
My
did have.
bestie, she makes her money on phone calls and camming, telling guys their dicks are small.
Oh.
Yes, that's what we need to get into.
I know, but I would.
Yeah.
I mean, if laughing was a thing, if I could,
If
do
that's
a thing
part
where
of
that's
it,
part
that
of
we can
it,
laugh at them.
then
Hell
yes.
yeah.
No, well,
'cause
yeah,
it's not a
no, they
thing for
like
me.
that.
It's not a thing.
Some
for
of them
me.
like it.
One time
Yeah.
I was on the phone with her and I was like, "What are you doing?" She was like, "Oh, I'm just sitting in front of my camera ignoring some dude." Yeah, he's paying me to do it. Yeah, he knows I'm talking to you. Say hi.
Oh,
Right.
that's the job
We
I
make
need.
we make this joke ongoing, and we,
We
have
do.
it in a minute. But
No,
we've been making this
'cause it-
joke ongoing about how we'll do feet pics for $300 a month. Like if you join our Patreon for $300 a month, we'll send
You'll
you
do
feet
feet
pics.
pics.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah,
like,
why not?
did I just hear them start a side hustle on their show?
Right? And so one of our listeners sent me a message today. I didn't even tell Tessa this yet.
Oh, a secret.
Yeah, so he has heard us say this, and he met a girl just randomly. So he makes t-shirts, and some girl that follows him had mentioned something about that she has a broken ankle and she has a cast, and that dudes are paying her to like put their names on her cast and send photos.
Oh,
And that
Wow.
he found out that she's in the feet pick game, and that because of
In the
us,
game.
that he was going to ask her, "What do
Like,
you
what
do?"
do you
Because
do?
I told him that the problem is I don't think it's just feet. Like as far as I'm aware, it's always like feet on a butt. Like you know what I mean? It's like feet behind you when you're
Feet
naked,
on a butt.
and you're like you can see the bottom
No,
of their
not
or
always.
their nude,
Like,
whatever.
not always.
Toe
So I don't know because that's not my judge.
Tobooty.com.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
I
feet's
don't-
not my judge. So I'm like
I-
I haven't looked into it.
I don't
Yo,
know.
not
QT special.
But he's telling me that this girl says basically all that happened, how she got in this game, is that she posted, like, she's a horror fan, and she posted some horror thing where you just happened to see her foot in this photo. And that dude started commenting, and she said, "Okay, well, like, if you want the feet, like, DM me."
If you want,
And that
feet.
like 6 dudes immediately DM'd her like how much for the fucking feet pics, and that she just tells them, "I only do feet. I don't step in things. You're not gonna see me naked. It's ankle down, and that's all you get." And that people pay for this, and I'm like, I am
Yes.
getting
I
in on this
need to
fucking
get
game.
into that job. I need to get into the job of ignoring somebody online
Yes!
for money.
Yes.
I want to make fun of dicks for money.
How do we do
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Give me
Oh,
the
she told me this
number.
story. She was like, she told the dude that he could only come when she counted down from 20.
Yes.
It was either 20 or 10. Let's say 10 for the sake of this story.
Yeah.
And
Right.
she totally was like, 10, 9.
We'll
And then
see.
she'd get to like 3 and be like, I don't like the way I'm counting. I think I'm going to start over. 10.
Start over.
Oh,
Or like
see?
she'd get to 7 and she would like put the phone down and go and do her nails, go to the bathroom.
Why not? That's what they're paying for.
I feel like the power trip would be too much for me. And
I would
become,
be
like,
terrible. I would be
become- my head would
terrible.
get so swole. My poor husband.
I
he
would be
like,
like
"Bitch."
impossible to deal with after that.
Exactly.
If I found a way to get get the bag,
Yes, without having to put
If
your
I
pussy
could-
on fucking camera, like just feet.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
or just like laughing at your dick. Could
Fuck
you
yeah.
imagine what it would be
They
like
do.
to have
They
to
do.
We're
deal
great
with
at
me?
roasting. We're great at roasting.
Oh.
Listen to our Edward Scissorhands episode. You want us to roast you like Edward Scissorhands? $300.
Yeah.
Even our husbands have said it, like calling a game because all we do is talk shit.
Our husbands who watch sports and we
Yeah.
don't, we hate sports. They're like, well, like how much for you to like do a live
Like, call
thing
a
of a
game.
game? And we're like $500.
$500.
You're gonna make us sit and
Yeah.
watch a full sports game? $500.
We're doing it right now for free because we're high.
Right?
Right.
But for everybody else that's not you, $500.
Seriously, you
Hey.
want us to talk shit about these sports teams and about all these dudes and nalgas? Like, yeah, $500.
We'll dick pic
Because
for
that's
an
all
hour.
we're going to talk about is how much can you see their booties or their dicks for fucking
Right.
however long the game is.
Right.
Okay,
Those whores.
we need to watch football together because that's how I do it too.
You know, I mean, the way that the
We have to watch the Super Bowl.
We do.
Oh my
have-
god!
Like-
Is that this weekend?
It's that Sunday.
Oh, fuck.
Are
I
you
work
working?
Sundays, but Sundays are usually slow.
It's
Go
Rihanna.
birds and things.
But it's like the
Oh, that's
Philadelphia
right.
Eagles,
It's Philadelphia
and
Eagles.
Yeah, it's a
Kansas
whole
City.
thing. Like,
Yes.
it's a whole thing.
Okay,
Is
Is
then
there
I've
a way
made
you
my
can
choice.
stream lounge the Super Bowl?
I'm sure. Well,
Have you guys done Stream Lounge? You guys aren't a movie podcast. You probably haven't done Stream Lounge, but
No.
all the like Netflix, if you have Netflix, Hulu, all that bullshit, Amazon Prime, there's a website now where if you log in with your streaming shit, anybody who also subscribes to that thing can actually watch you live stream over
Yeah.
a show. So
Yeah.
you can play the movie without muting
It's like
it
a
or
watch
whatever.
party,
It's
but
like
like
a watch
you're
party.
leading a
But
watch
it has
party.
the little square of you recorded in the corner talking about it and talking shit.
Mm.
And so it works for Hulu, it works for YouTube, Hulu,
I don't know
Amazon,
what the-
Disney. It works
I
for
just
a
want
bunch
to
of
see
shit.
Rihanna.
Right? Fucking
I just want to see
love
Rihanna. I just want to see the halftime show. I just want to see the dancing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
just
right.
wanna see
Rihanna's
what-
the halftime show.
But I
She's
just
my favorite
upset people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just upset
Well,
people?
it's, right. I upset people, yeah.
What? For,
With my opinions.
well,
Well, especially on, yeah.
All, even
I still
negative
don't understand
publicity
the
is good
Irish
publicity.
movie. For
Irish movie?
instance.
What
The
movie
Irish
is the Irish
movie.
the Banshees of Inisherin.
That.
She's got
Oh, I never
my
saw
God.
it.
about this. Don't.
Oh my god!
I didn't
the
see
only
it.
thing I wasted more time on than sports was that movie.
What's that movie? I never
Never
saw. Is
saw.
that's the Oscar-ish movie, right?
Yeah, and I don't know for what.
Colin Farrell won a fucking Golden Globe.
It
Yes.
was
Nominated for
it's
an Oscar.
hideously
I
depressing and
saw
awful.
him on the Ellen show when I went on the Ellen show. Well, I
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
she
on
went
the
to
Ellen
go in
show,
the
but I
audience
went
for the
in.
Ellen
I was
show.
in the audience at the Ellen show, and Colin Farrell
Okay.
was the guest, and Lenny Kravitz was the musical guest.
Oh, my.
Ooh.
It was
Okay.
actually pretty good, but then I was kind of disappointed because I found out later that day they were filming Angelina Jolie as the guest and Snoop Dogg as the musical guest.
Oh,
Oh,
you missed
shit.
that one?
And I missed that. But I was also the very last person to get into the studio audience.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Wow.
I got the very
Okay.
last
Never
little
been in a-
tag.
My mom and I signed up to do like the Price is Right.
Yeah.
But then it was like, oh, drive to LA and wait in line for 3 hours and
We
maybe
know
you'll get in.
somebody-
And we were like, nah.
We know
we're not doing
somebody that won, not The Price is Right. What's the other one behind Curtain 3, Curtain 2, Curtain 3?
That's not Price is
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Let's make a
Oh,
deal.
I don't-
Let's make
Yes,
a deal.
Let's make a
Oh,
deal.
okay.
We know somebody that won Let's Make a Deal.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So they met Wayne Brady.
Yeah, she did.
Ooh,
She did
cute.
indeed.
Yeah.
I like
She
Wayne
did.
Brady. Okay.
She did indeed.
He's fun.
Yeah, he's fun.
I saw
He's fun.
Drew Carey open the door for me at Lucha Vavoom, and it was really weird because I didn't realize Drew Carey is a big, tall man.
I watched.
Is a big what?
the-
Tall man.
Tall
I didn't
Oh
know
man.
that.
yeah, he's a
He
big
is
man.
tall,
I
yeah.
thought he was a little man.
No.
Not a little
Yeah.
man, but I thought he was like my size and fat. But at this point,
No.
he was like
No.
tall and kind of
He's
lean.
a big man.
And he was in
Right.
this like super nice suit, and he was
Yeah,
hosting
well-
this Mexican wrestling thing where Kim, our research assistant, was
wonder- Oh,
Which,
should I
I
bring
love
it
that
up?
she was a
sentence.
ring
Yeah.
girl.
He was like, oh, really classy and hosting this Mexican wrestling.
He
thing.
was.
It
There's
is.
this
It's at the
thing.
Mayan. It's
It's
like
at the Mayan Theater, and it's amazing. It's like Mexican
really
wrestling
cool.
mixed with burlesque.
Mhm.
So like the
You
ring girls
grab
are doing the
mine and
burlesque
I'll grab
Yeah.
show.
yours.
Yes, we saw
And
Peaches.
we saw
there.
Peaches there. Peaches did like the
Yeah, I know.
intermission show. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drew
Okay.
Carey was the host, and he opened the door for me, and I was so stunned that it was like
I wonder if that's when he
Drew
was
Carey
dating
that I
that
didn't
gal
even
that
say
got
anything.
married.
I was just
Or
like, thank you.
got married, got murdered.
Who?
The gal that got murdered, the one that he was engaged to. I just
Oh, I
watched a
forgot
thing.
all
It
about
was like
that.
Hollywood Murders or something, and it was like
Right.
stories that I hadn't heard, like new ones.
Ooh.
And one of them was Drew Carey's ex fiance, the one
I
that
didn't
like
know
her
anything
ex
about this.
like murdered her.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, it was awful. Like the whole story was really sad.
Huh.
But she was kind of not in that circle, but like she had that look.
The burlesque.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
wonder if it was around that time.
And now Andy
Aw.
Richter's doing it. I saw in
Oh,
the
is
latest
he?
one, yeah.
Why
Andy
does that feel
Richter's
like a
hosting.
lateral move? Like
It
it seems
does.
like the natural progression.
Right. Andy Richter is a lateral move.
It seems like that's right. That's correct.
So speaking of Andy Richter, we were talking about mushroom chocolate.
Yes.
We
yes.
were.
Oh
That was a
yes,
ham. That was
we
a
got
ham-fisted
way
segue. I don't know
the
anything
fuck
about
off.
Andy
No.
Richter and mushrooms. And
Maybe it's time for y'all
And
to
it
send
worked,
another
though.
another care package.
Right?
Yes.
I know we sent you that. And that thing is working out for
Is
you?
that what you're using?
yeah,
Oh, it's fabulous.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he's figured it
And-
all out, and
And my
I love
husband
this
has
thing.
never mentioned it. My
Never
husband,
mentioned
remember
it
I told
again.
you my husband was going to be mad if he found out I sent it to you.
Well,
He's
thank
never,
you.
it's never
Thank you
come up.
so much. We love this.
Yeah,
thing.
it's never
Yeah.
come up.
I'm
We
so
had
glad
just
it's
to-
And
working
we've
out.
never
the-
missed it.
No,
Yeah.
No, like we're like, oh, if only we had that. Nope, never, not a once.
no,
We had to
don't
replace
need
the
that.
memory card because we used it up.
Ooh.
Wore it out.
yes, within our shall we say poverty configuration,
Yes.
it makes for much better sound and
And you can record. You can have separate tracks. I
Yeah,
just found that
that's
out like
awesome.
last week.
and we took
And
it.
I was like,
we didn't know. Wait, we didn't have it yet when we recorded on location, but I can't
No.
wait to take it for that.
I
because
know.
we will again at some point.
Yeah.
Because I had brought the whole I brought the laptop and the plugs and the mics
Yeah.
and the bitch. We don't have to do it with this.
Do you guys have merch yet? Because we have that new sticker sheet. We could send you a sticker
Yeah.
sheet if you want stickers of us.
We
ha-
don't.
we have a
We-
threadless.
We don't.
That's what we have.
Yeah, that's what we have.
But we'll just send you a sticker sheet that we.
yeah, we get the
cute.
sticker mule deals. You guys ever catch on them sticker mule
Are,
deals for
are you going to put it
$29?
with a chocolate bar?
But yeah, I was very
Right.
worried to try mushrooms. It took me forever to try mushrooms,
Yeah.
like in the past couple years, because I had
Have
done
you both
LSD
had them?
once.
Yes.
I had only
And?
done LSD once, and I was like
love them.
worried.
Well,
but
I mean, I shouldn't say that.
Thank-
Like, I don't love them, but like, I enjoy them.
it just makes you
Same.
giggly.
pretty much.
It just makes you giggle.
That's it. It's not like this.
I thought I was
I
going to hallucinate. I did not
Right.
hallucinate.
No, there's
Okay.
nothing to be like worried at. Like I told her the only thing that used to happen, because I used to live in a house with a bunch of boys and my boyfriend at the time, who is now my husband, and we had a felony drawer. And in the felony drawer was all kinds of
same.
bindles and parcels and all kinds of things that you can get
Bindles
into.
and parcels and whiskers
What
on
was
kittens.
exactly? These are a few of my favorite things. But also, there was like this massive bag of mushrooms. So if you got bored on a Tuesday afternoon, you could go in there and eat mushrooms. So I told her, like, the only thing that happened to me is we would stay up late, we would eat mushrooms, and we would watch Adult Swim. And sometimes when I would close my eyes, it would look like Tron. And that was the weirdest thing that ever happened to me. Other than that, it was just to give you the giggles.
So I just started super light, and the very first thing I did was, I think it was maybe 2 Halloweens ago. I took a little bit of mushrooms and I watched Idle Hands, and nothing happened except for that I got the giggles.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, well, next time I'll try a little bit more. And so at this point, like that's all it's ever done.
Yeah, it's never been
it
like.
just makes me like happy.
Yeah, it's just a
Okay.
good time.
Yeah.
It's just a good time. You're
It's
hanging
not
with your
that.
friends.
scary.
Happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it never
The
made
first
me
time-
sick. Nothing.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
The first
Yeah,
time I
never
did
did that.
acid, we went to dinner right after.
Ooh.
And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, like, my dinner roll was breathing.
Oh
no.
no. See, I've never done acid.
I
I've never wanted to. It's never been a
I
thing.
did it one time when I was 19, and that was the only time I ever needed to do acid. It's one of those, try it once. It's an interesting experience. I didn't get upset or sick or anything, but
Right.
it was a unrelenting high where there was
Oh,
no, like,
there was
if
no
the cops
respite.
showed up, you can't shake this shit off. You're
Right.
fucked up. You're fucked up. And if
Right.
the cops show up right now, you're going to be clearly fucked up.
It's a chemical high.
It was very like, we watched Blade and everybody was doing, not me, but everybody was doing the nitrous,
Oh,
the little
yes.
capsules.
Oh,
and they
God.
were
Ruined
like-
your life.
Offers.
Nitrous oxide is fabulous.
It
Yeah,
is.
That
there
I've
was a
had.
I used to do a lot of that.
There was a
Oh my
pile of the
God.
cartridges all over the floor, and on acid, they looked like Terminator 2 when he's
Yes.
melting. And I was sitting on, like, cross-legged on the floor with all these nitrous cartridges going, you guys look, you guys look, Terminator 2. Just like rolling them around because
Like,
to
look,
me they look
look.
like liquid
My-
metal.
My
It was
my
insane.
yeah, my oral surgeon was like, take a deep breath. And they had to revive me to continue
Oh,
because
no.
I followed directions well.
You're
And
like,
I was like, they said, take a deep breath. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. And yeah, they were like slapping my face and saying, we
Oh,
can't
no.
continue the
can't
surgery until we bring you back.
Wow.
Welcome
Right.
back. And I was like, hey.
Welcome back.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Nitrous was fun. I
I've
only had
never
it
done
once.
nitrous.
Well, we would do that sometimes, and we would have fun, like me and a couple of my friends, and we had run out of. I don't know how we thought we ran out of balloons. Like we couldn't use balloons
That you already
again.
used?
No, this was not the.
It's not a condom. You can
Well,
use it again.
see, this is what happened. So this is what happened. So we thought we ran out of balloons because we'd been doing uppers, downers, in betweeners, puffers, screamers, like everything. So we thought we ran out of balloons, even though we had done them, but we
The lovers,
discarded
the
them.
dreamers, and me.
Yes. So I'm going through my friends' drawers and stuff. Like, what can we use? What can we use? And I find a condom, and I find my other friend. I'm like, hey, we can use this. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
We're not like
Hey,
that,
like
Tessa.
we're not, that's not what's going on here. Like, I'm real good friends with your boyfriend. Like, he's not, and I'm like,
No,
to
for
use
drugs.
drugs. He's like, oh,
Yes. The
I'm
first
like,
time I
not
did
that. You
mushrooms-
have like 4 kids. I know you don't use these.
But yeah, I was
Right. Yeah, I know you're not a. I know
you
you're
don't
not a
use it.
fan.
I know you
because
don't use these, but that's not what I'm talking about.
You would rather have more humans.
But the
great.
Like,
moral of the story
so.
is I was super paranoid to do mushrooms forever because of my too intense experience on LSD, and it is
okay.
nothing.
I've
No,
never had
it's
that
nothing.
either.
It's nothing,
nothing
like
like
the
that.
intensity.
The second and last time I did LSD, I took it and then went home, and then I went to bed on the couch, and I remember
I woke up
No. I had decided
7 blocks away.
no. I decided that I was a bug.
A bug. Okay.
So I lay there on the couch with my hands and my feet in the air doing this,
Okay.
and apparently fell asleep.
He does the
It was-
same thing when the washer breaks.
He just lays there. I don't have any clean clothes. No.
If I had $1 for every time I see this, yeah.
No, my first acid or only acid experience was one of those, like, so I was
I've
19.
I've never had acid or LSD or the mushrooms.
We
Acid
were
is
supposed to
LSD.
babysit, so you're supposed to have a babysitter.
Could I do
Yeah.
a risotto with those mushrooms? Like, could I just toss them in?
Ooh.
I was gonna tell you the movie
That
you
might be
mentioned
good.
last Fierce Bitch
Right.
Happy
Oh,
Hour.
the
The
Big Night.
What was it? Not the
Big
Big
Night.
Night.
Big
We did
night.
watch
Yes.
that the other night.
Right,
Yes.
right after we recorded, I'm like watching free TV Pluto, and the fucking Big Night comes on, and
No
I was like,
shit.
yes,
Right.
and I watched it. I was like, oh, I'm thinking of Martha the whole time, and yes, you're right. That
It's a
I
meal,
love
fun.
that movie. I love
I
that
want that
stupid.
meal.
Yeah, I love it. I
It
love
was
the
Oh my
good.
god, that
It was
whole
meal.
good.
meal.
I love the concept. I
Did
just
you
love
see
that movie.
the
Yeah.
menu?
I haven't seen it yet.
I
You
have
No.
guys watch
not
the
seen
menu?
that one yet. No.
Isn't it a horror movie?
It is, but
Because that's why you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but I wouldn't.
It
I,
is, but
I
and
it
wouldn't
isn't.
nobody
call it that.
I care about has even like they've all been disappointed. And I'm like when people
That's the reaction.
when
That
Yeah.
everybody.
yeah,
It's like,
smart
This-
people I know
Miss Judith Light was amazing.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Light.
well,
Yeah.
she's
the
she
boss.
can't help it. She can't help.
I mean, she can't. She can't help it.
Yeah,
She comes
that's all.
in, and you're
She
like,
is
"Holy
amazing.
shit, is that Miss Judith Light?" And yes, the fuck it is. And that was about it that I could say about this movie, except for Rife.
Rife.
Rife
And
then
finds.
my husband had me so fucking confused. He had me so fucking confused.
Why?
Because okay, so there's like it's like a kitchen, right? It's a menu, it's a chef and a kitchen, and they're doing shit. And he keeps saying, "What's up with fucking Voldemort back there?" And Ray Fiennes is in this fucking movie, and I'm like,
yeah.
and he's like the main chef, and I'm like, that guy, and he's like, no, fucking Voldemort back there. What's his fucking problem? And I'm like, who are you talking about? And there's another bald guy in the
He's
back
decided as
that
Voldemort?
he's decided is Voldemort, and I'm like, you had me so confused because that guy is literally fucking Voldemort. And he was like, oh,
Right.
Mm.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't recognize him.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh my god,
What was our rant about Rafe Fiennes? We had a rant. What was
because it
even
was
about?
Rafe.
Because his name is Rafe, and we
It's
were calling him
Ralph.
Ralph.
I know, Ralph Fiennes. That's your
Ralph
fucking name,
Fiennes.
dude.
And then because we
Rafe
found
Fiennes.
out he's like sympathetic to J.K. Rowling, we were like, "Fuck it, you're Ralph
Oh.
now."
Oh my
Oh.
god. Why'd you tell me that?
He tweeted something sympathetic to J.K. about people
He
harassing
did,
her
yeah.
online,
Damn it.
and I was like,
remember
you're fucking Ralph now. Whatever. You could be Rafe.
Aw,
in
I
your
was
head.
telling my
Ralph.
husband. I was telling my husband earlier the difference between a turf and a fart.
What's that?
The a fart is a feminist appropriating radical transphobe, rather than
Yeah.
I mean, I
So-
prefer the word fart to turf. Really, I mean,
Right?
it's
There is no difference.
no, there
It's the
isn't. That's
same.
why it's
Yeah.
just
The
a better
fart and the turf
acronym.
are the same.
It's a
That's
better
awesome.
acronym.
Let's just call them farts from
Or
now on.
if you want to, do the positive spin, you do Nerf or nothing, the non-exclusive.
What
It-
was the thing I saw? Did I send it to you? The TikTok of the guy. Oh my god, I'm gonna forget what it is now. Where he's like, I'm not against trans women because they're trans. I'm against them because they're women. And it was like a exclusionary, exclusionary anti-feminism or something.
I'm against them because they're
Like,
women.
I don't care that they're trans. I care that they're fucking women. Fuck you.
Right. And that's true too.
That's refreshing,
Oh.
actually.
Exactly. I think I was
Damn.
All right.
I
All
don't
right.
know if I sent it to you,
Yeah.
but I know I send you random things on TikTok. I can't remember if that
Yes.
was them.
Oh,
There's yet another one I won't be sleeping with.
Right? I'm like, hey, at least be honest. Like, hey, it's just that I
Yup.
hate women. Okay.
Right?
All right.
Was
that
I
for
get it.
real?
Yeah.
Or
Huh?
was that a joke? Was
No,
that for
it
real?
was a
I'll
joke.
take
It
it.
was like
Okay.
satire. I have to, I don't get invested in it too much, but every once in a while I'll get on a TikTok thing. Like, I only check it once a week probably. I have my notifications off. But I
Right.
gotta say that algorithm is fucking beautiful. I don't know if it's China
Really?
or what, but if you say
China
I
or
don't
what?
like what I don't like and you like the things you like,
Right.
that it is really cultivated to your taste. Like the videos
Yeah.
I get are amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Okay.
get really videos that I love that I'm like, this is fucking hilarious, or this is right the fuck on, or
It's
I
because
totally
they're
agree with
spying
this.
on you.
Yes. I'm sorry, but
Wow.
yeah, China's probably evil, but they're also really good
Uh,
fucking algorithms. Like, I don't know.
They're also amazing at
They're
content.
also really smart. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
You just
that part.
put Doom Generation on a fucking list.
All right. I'm like, now we're on the list. But yeah,
whatever.
we don't post too much. To
I'm sure we
TikTok,
already
but
are with our fucking.
My
cop
husband made
talk.
my husband made me reserve our name on every single platform. So we have a Snapchat,
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
TikTok,
right.
we have
There you go.
everything.
just so that nobody else reserves the
just
name.
so no one can have it. We don't really care. We just don't
We're
want
not gonna
anybody
use
else
it,
to
but you
have
can't
it.
have
I
it.
think
Yeah.
you should reserve Snapchat for feet.
Oh,
Yes!
that's a good idea.
We've never
think
used
that's-
Snapchat. Maybe
Just
that's what
do
it's
that.
That's
for.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Martha.
You want? Yeah, you're welcome. You
I
want
mean-
more?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where you find that. I'm like, is there a platform for this?
I have no
Like,
idea. I'm just saying it's. I think it's a
Right?
worthless thing. But
Yeah, like who
but it
cares?
would be perfect for feet. Here they
See,
are,
that's-
and then they go.
Then I
The
gotta
only
away.
start
thing is
getting
I have
pedicures,
tattoos
though.
on my feet.
She has tattoos on her feet, and then I have to start getting pedicures.
I have
Only one
identifying
of you.
markers on my feet.
I think only one of you needs the pedicure because.
Well, if I go like missing, you'll know because you'll find my foot
And it will
and
have
it's like got a chicken
You'll
head
has
on
a-
it. You're like, I know that
But
was
you-
you.
You know, I think you cover more audience. You know,
Yeah.
with diversity in hygiene.
we don't.
Our offerings.
With the diversity in
Yeah.
hygiene.
Yeah.
We have no. We
I've-
do not discriminate with listeners.
No, we
Anybody
don't.
who
We
wants
try-
to listen.
well, unless
we
it's
welcome
poop
you.
or illegal.
We're not into the scat. Other
No.
than that, we won't yuck your yum. But if you're into poop,
Right.
Yeah, no,
I might
no,
yuck it a
no.
little
We got a
bit, but I
problem.
accept that you're
No.
into it. It's just not my
that's fine.
thing.
That's your thing. But we're not going to cater to that.
No,
That ain't happening.
That's not happening.
We're not putting out content for that
Nope.
audience.
Mm-mm.
Not gonna happen.
We will not be delivering on the scat front.
Mm-mm.
There is a line.
Oh well, thank you.
Sorry. Yeah.
Don't
I
shit
mean-
on it.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a line. Please don't shit on it.
If you want us to skiddly pop pop pop,
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll
we'll meet you on the scat.
do
front.
that.
That's the only scat you're getting from us.
Yeah,
A beedly
well,
bop, beep boop bop. Yeah, I'll do that shit.
see, I actually like. I get water sports.
Yes.
Like I get.
I can
that.
understand
That's
it.
fine.
It's
It
not
makes-
gross. It doesn't
ma-
gross me out.
Well, and urine is sterile, but it. I don't get the scat thing.
I don't get
No,
the poop.
that's the only that's the line.
I don't get the poop.
I think
It's
that's
just
the
not
line
my
for me.
fucking thing.
I'm
I
I will
can't-
never understand
Or
that.
vomit.
Yes, the mess and the smell.
Yeah.
Like pee doesn't have as much of a mess of a smell as where poop and vomit are
Right.
like.
Like poop and vomit.
How
I
did we
think
get
are
here?
Yeah.
How did we
fine.
get
I don't know.
here
I don't
right
know.
now?
Because this is what we do. Because this is what we do.
I wanted
I
to
don't
talk
know
about
why.
mushrooms, and
I
we
know,
wound up
and
with
we
scat.
did for a minute.
This is where it leads.
Martha, are you sure you still want to?
I'm just saying, like, yeah.
It doesn't make you want to get pooped on. There you go.
Right?
Your
Mushrooms
Never-
did not lead me.
You know, never ever. And I'm really open minded, but not. Yeah, no.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised
I-
that was never a commercial in the 80s. You don't want to do mushrooms, you're going to get pooped on.
Thank
And
God
then like
I've never...
you see the kid with like the tie-dye
No.
poster and the lava lamp and he does the
I
mushroom.
learned it by watching you, Dad.
Yes, I learned it
Then
from
he looks
watching
up and goes,
it.
"No!"
No.
The
Mm,
poster's pooping on him.
no.
Oh my God. The
No.
like,
Yes.
Oh,
I was
you-
asking in our Discord earlier, I asked what should we talk about with Full Circle, and like everybody was suggesting pop culture things, and one of them
Okay.
was like who would win, and it was like the Littles versus who was it now?
The borrowers.
The Littles versus the Rats of Nim, and I was like, well,
The
obviously the
Littles.
answer is the Rats of Nim because the
Well,
Littles
'cause
were
they're
city
rats.
people.
Yeah, they were city people.
They lived in a
Rats
house.
and Nim, They
the
were
Rats
hard.
of Nim were hard fucking poor.
Yes.
Like
They
they,
had
were
the
experimented
cat,
on and
cat.
shit. Yeah.
They had Brutus. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Rats and
let's
Nim.
go.
They would have ate them.
But everybody
see,
was
I didn't-
suggesting like pop culture stuff, and I
Mhm.
was like, no, they're not exclusively a
No,
pop culture
no, that's not
podcast.
what-
Can we have some other subjects?
That's not usually what we
I
discuss.
mean, we'll take it, but yeah.
Hmm.
It was that, and what was the other one? Oh, and then they were like, oh, and then who would win, the Fraggles or the Smurfs? And I said, the Fraggles are way bigger than the Smurfs. We're talking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doozers versus Smurfs.
Yeah, if you
It's got to
want
be
do
the
weight
Doozers
class.
versus the Smurfs.
The
for
Fraggles
weight
would
class.
fuck the Smurfs up.
The
Well,
Fraggles
they
could
would,
step
they would
on the
also
Smurfs.
eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
you have
I-
a limited population making suggestions.
Yeah, a very
yes.
limited. I mean, bless them. Because
They
like
love the pop culture.
What-
we've put it out there. Like, what do you want for extra Patreon things? Like, what can we do? What would you like? And it's just like, whatever you want to do.
I know nobody really gives us any, like, we've asked, like, do you guys want us to do exclusive like episodes where it's just
Right.
about shows or like things that you guys pick, and
Right.
they don't fucking care.
Right.
Like,
Well,
it's
and I mean, I
whatever.
don't mean that to like to talk shit, because it's not like we have any
No.
fucking ideas either. But like,
Well, I realized I try to follow pop culture. I try to know what the kids are talking. You know?
right.
But I come at it from such a get the fuck off my lawn perspective
Right.
that I'm not sure I get it.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
kids keep me informed to a point, but like my kids are also gamer nerds. So
Right.
like
Yeah.
what they know and what they're into is like video game stuff. So
Right.
it's not
Does
necessarily.
anyone in your house watch The Last of Us?
Oh,
My
we
husband
haven't
does.
started, but I keep hearing that it's
no.
so good.
You don't have to start. You don't have to start. You don't have to invest yourself in the whole series. You have
Just
to
watch episode 3.
Just that
Episode-
one.
Yes, I keep
Three.
hearing episode 3.
And you can fast
I don't know if
forward.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if
I know my
can.
heart might explode. I've
No,
heard,
no,
and I'm like,
the first. You can get rid of the first, whatever it is, 13 minutes, which is the
Yeah.
ongoing saga, and just get to them.
It's really
and
good.
it's what's his
And-
name? It's
Uh,
Ron Swanson. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Ron
Nick-
Swanson
Yeah.
and
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. Yes.
Yes.
And I like
Nick-
him.
I love
yeah,
him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I was taking a
And-
shower and this one was decided to watch it.
Oh my
and
god!
I come in the living room and she's like,
I
"What the fuck are you watching?"
I soaked my
See?
T-shirt. Yeah, and
I know.
And then
I'm
she
like,
I
backed
did
it
that
up, and then we watched it
watching
together. And I was
Deux.
like, okay.
no,
I try to stay
it's
away from
gorgeous.
stuff that makes me cry, but
I
Have
know.
either-
Yeah.
Have either of you? No.
It's good. It's
no,
I know,
I
we
keep
haven't-
hearing it's like the
I know.
best episode of television that has
Yes,
ever
like
aired.
just a
It's
standalone
so-
best episode of television.
Yeah, it's so brilliantly done and beautifully done. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a little disconcerted that I'm the one that was far more emotional about the end than he was, because I think he was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. You know I'm not doing that. And I was like, because I'm like,
Right.
because it was such a it's a brilliant love story.
Yeah.
And knowing that they kind of slid it in to
Right,
a
right.
mainstream series, and they hit every note.
They
I mean,
did.
it was gorgeously done.
Right.
All I have
And,
to know is it upset Ben Shapiro, which means it's a brilliant episode of television.
well,
Anything that
Exactly.
upsets dry pussy
I
Ben.
don't- he's not
makes
even
me
toilet.
happy.
Dry pussy.
Yeah,
bag.
he's not even toilet trained. Yeah, I don't.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm like, whatever. Yeah, but no, it's gorgeous
Everything's
television.
dry around Ben
And
Shapiro.
now, did you,
Right. It's
speaking
a
of crying
beautiful
at
story.
television,
Yeah.
did you guys
What?
watch any of the Willow series? I don't know if you
Oh.
were into Willow the movie,
No.
but the Willow series on
I
Disney-
Yes,
really
we wanted to see it. We
enjoyed
talked
it.
about it on the show, and we haven't watched it.
I
really
cried
loved
on
it. I
more than
did
one
too.
episode.
I was weeping.
I wanna
There's
see
this
it.
whole lesbian love story.
Well,
There's
there's
this
all
whole
kinds
like.
of because in the beginning, I will admit,
I
because
didn't
I
like
was
it
like,
at first. It took me
the
3 to
math
4
isn't
episodes.
mathin'.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what time this is supposed to be. And once I just let it go and was like, wait a minute,
Just
it's a
enjoy the
fantasy land.
characters.
Who
The
gives a shit? Like,
it's
it's an any
Right.
time. It doesn't fucking matter.
You'll fall in love with all of the
Oh,
characters.
all of the characters
very
are so
sweet.
lovable.
Okay.
It's very LGBT forward. It's very like
Yeah,
you are what you
Yeah.
are. Like
the actor
you
playing
love
the
who you
queen is a
love.
trans woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the girl who's what's her name? Fucking oh my god, why am I forgetting Val Kilmer's
Which
character's
queen?
name? Mad Mardigan's daughter
I
is
haven't seen
like
it
in
yet.
love.
I just remember there was
Oh,
an
Yeah,
article where like the queen was a trans woman. That's all I remember.
oh, God, it's not in the because
it does.
Joanne Wally is
Usually.
not. She's
Yeah,
not.
everybody. It's like the original. It's Warwick Davis. It's
Mhm.
the original
Right.
Sonia Joanne Welly,
Yeah.
and they're teasing that it might be Val Kilmer next season.
Right.
Okay.
That was
Depending on
his
health
son's
things.
voice.
It was his son's
It was
voice.
they used
They
his
do
son's
flashbacks of like
voice.
the movie Willow.
I got like
and-
all teared up when they were
yes,
doing
it
that.
made me
It's like
emotional.
very family, very chosen family, very blood
Yeah.
family,
Yes,
very
yeah.
like a
It's
whole
cute. It's
thing. It
very
was
I saw that
really
movie
cute.
in the theater.
Yes,
Yes.
that's a good one. We did an episode on that. It was one
Yeah.
of our early ones.
Mhm. But the show was really good. It was really well done. It was very
And we know somebody on Instagram, like
Yeah.
just that happened to follow us when we did our Willow episode. It turns out he's a leather worker who worked on the series.
Yeah.
And like he couldn't say
Work.
anything.
yeah.
He couldn't say anything throughout the filming, but like after it was over, he sent me
He
a
was
DM like,
okay, so I
oh my
couldn't
God.
say anything, but if
So
you look
I
at the
did
show,
yeah, he's like, I did the leather work for Christian Slater.
Yes.
And
Oh,
I
yes.
did the
Christian
Christian
Slater's
Slater's in
in
an
it.
episode.
Christian Slater is in the Willow
Yes.
series.
Yes. So
We
yeah,
have
it's
to
good.
watch the Willow series.
Okay.
you
It's
really
good.
should. It was good. Even
It's very cute.
you
I
know.
just realized we were done talking about The Last of Us.
Oh, I'm
Jesus
sorry.
No, it's
yes,
fine.
we moved on.
I just,
I'm sorry.
I was like,
Only 'cause we
one
haven't
moment
seen
we
it.
were
Well,
talking about how
because they haven't
profound it
seen
was.
Willow either. We just
I know.
hijacked that
Sorry.
shit.
And the
I'm
next
sorry.
moment was Christian Slater.
But yes, The
Oh
Last
my
of
God.
Us. I've heard it's brilliant.
We just came through like thieves in the night and just fucking hijacked
Yeah.
that whole fucking thing. I am sorry.
No, it's fine. I just yeah. I we went all these other places, and I was
Oh my God.
I wasn't done.
Oh God.
I,
Tell us more.
Yes, please.
no, I think I'm done now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
After all that, okay, now I'm done. It's the
I-
principle of the thing, bitch.
I don't remember what I had to add. I just
Oh,
I
Oh my
just-
God.
sorry.
no, it's good.
Okay.
That shit does not taste like peppermint at all. But
You're welcome.
no, but I just wanted to say it was, Nick Offerman is ostensibly not gay, but it was brilliantly filmed,
Yes.
and it was
it
so
really
sweet,
was. It really was.
and it was like that's what I would do. Like I was just from beginning to end.
It was
It,
beautiful.
it was,
I
they
had a
slid it
few-
into this otherwise like movie.
That
all
was the
straight
best
people
part
are
when
watching.
when
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, that gay shit isn't in the game, so it shouldn't
Oh.
be."
No, it was
It's
gorgeous.
also woke.
It's
And I
definitely
wanna-
on my list
yeah.
of things to watch.
Yeah.
I want to see the director's cut.
Every
because
time I
there's
hear a
2
Republican
hours.
say woke, I want to knuckle
I
punch a
hate
baby in
it.
the dick.
I know. Anytime you hear that, you know you're dealing with the dumbest person in the room.
Yes.
Exactly. I don't
Yeah.
define woke. Define it.
Yeah, what is it
Oh,
then?
because I'm aware of social issues. Oh,
Right.
what an
Oh,
And have
no.
compassion and empathy and try to be a decent person who is inclusive of everyone on the
That
planet.
sucks.
Oh.
What a
Oh.
terrible person! I
What a
must be.
horrible thing to want for
Exactly.
humanity.
Bring me your superiors. Maybe I can talk to them.
Right.
letting children tell you how they feel.
Oh, no, god damn,
Oh.
that's just fucking awful. They're kids, they don't have
That's the
fucking
devil's work.
feelings.
That's the devil's work.
No, that's some cancel culture.
Cancel
I'm
culture.
sorry,
Thought
I don't
police.
know. It's all,
If Louis C.K. is still selling out Madison
I'm
Square
saying
Garden,
there is no
is
such
there cancel
fucking
culture?
Oh, speaking of,
Yeah. Dave
of-
Chappelle's doing pretty well as well.
yeah, everything is
Thank
fine.
you.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
tell me, I will bet right here and now that fucking what's his name, Army Hammer's gonna be in something by the end of the year.
Right? Even though he wants to eat
He's
people.
Where he
starting.
plays a butcher.
Why not?
A
He's
vegan butcher.
beginning.
That's going to be
He's
his thing.
beginning his fucking comeback tour.
Put him in
It's
Hannibal.
It's starting very slowly, but he's gonna come up on this. I'm pretty convinced that
Oh
like
my
he's a serial killer.
gosh.
Allegedly. Whatever.
That's
going to
be the next true crime series.
I'm
is
saying
Army
because I'm
Hammer's
pretty
life
sure
story.
he's got some secrets out in the desert. I don't know.
Ooh. I
Who
don't
said
even
that-
know how. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so there's fun because Roseanne Barr, whatever Roseanne,
Whatever her name is.
Uh,
Roseanne
Whatever her
Barr
name
does.
is.
yeah, she just did a whole thing
She.
talking about cancel culture
Of course.
and talking about the misogyny of it all because Louis C.K. and Dave Chappelle are still out there and she lost everything.
Well,
Or-
I mean, I don't know if it's so much that she's a woman or that she's just not funny, or I mean, she
Well, no,
was.
she is funny.
Mhm.
She
was funny.
At one time.
She was
was,
funny.
Yeah.
Because I did love that show. I did love that whole.
When I haven't seen Louis C.K. or Dave Chappelle's newest,
No, I
I
haven't.
don't know if it's
Well,
funny.
the last
I
thing
won't,
I saw
so-
that was
Yeah, I
Dave
haven't
Chappelle.
sought
It
it
sounded
out.
like a fucking lecture.
I'm done with
And
it.
I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna
no.
have him or Louis C.K. fucking lecture
There's
me.
you couldn't be
Yeah, no.
funny
Yeah.
enough for me to overlook that
Especially
shit.
on the topic of cancel culture or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
right,
shut
right.
shut up, because
How
I'm
much
hearing
money did
you
you
right
make for this
fucking now.
Right?
drunken
I'm hearing
ass
you right fucking
special?
now. So what?
Are
when-
you still living in
Right.
your $5 million house?
Yeah.
Then I
That
don't think
part.
you got canceled. So
Yeah, I
you're
think it's
fine.
probably
Well,
fine. I'm
yeah.
still hearing
I-
about
I-
you. So
I thought it was interesting.
It's possible. I mean, there is always that women aren't funny. Blah 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 blah.
Well, I don't know.
whatever.
It's like the same thing with Madonna too, talking about, because
Madonna's
she's
face.
well, talking about her face because all of these people are surprised to see what she looked like, even though we've known what she's looked like for a while.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't let her bring her filter.
She didn't get to bring her
the
Instagram
award
filter,
show.
her TikTok
Right.
filter.
But
to the
she's
award
talking
show.
about how it is ageist and whatnot to comment on her face, but
I mean, I won't get plastic surgery because I'm a chicken.
I don't think it's
So I don't know if it's that I'm not vain enough to
Fair.
get it. I
Well,
just am scared of surgery.
I also
First of
can't
all-
afford it.
Nothing like first of all, I didn't see anything that was plastic surgery. I saw
fillers.
fillers and
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw an abundance of fillers.
Right.
And that said, who could? Why are we?
I
why
mean,
are we
whatever.
so-
It's your
want,
fucking
but-
face. If you think you look good like that, then that's
Well,
you.
but the thing is,
well-
it's not the fillers in her face; it's the statements that she's making.
Oh,
Like,
I
she
haven't
sounds,
been reading all of the
She
latest.
sounds
Well,
unwell.
unwell.
Yeah.
She sounds unhinged. It has nothing to do with her face. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, her face is jarring.
It is a bit jarring. Did you see those
Yeah.
comparisons to the Saw?
well,
I
know.
know. I know. I mean, like, what should we not? Should we talk about appearance? Should we not talk about? I mean, like, whatever. But I think it's more so. I think it's more so
Her
that
state of
her
mind.
state of mind.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of.
Her online persona lately has been a little like, why are you doing this right now?
Right.
When, like how you were talking about once you hit a certain age, like for you it was 33, where you decided you don't give a fuck what people
Right,
think
right.
anymore. She has still not hit that age at 60 something where she's
I don't feel like
decided
she
she doesn't give a
has.
fuck what people think anymore. And or maybe she has, and that's what
Right.
she's
I-
doing. But it seems like she gives a fuck what people think.
Right. I don't know. I guess I probably shouldn't comment on Madonna's life. She's everybody's mom.
Right? I mean, we
Right.
love fucking Madonna.
I
She's
do.
an
Like, that's
icon,
the thing.
but,
Like, I don't want to get that fucked up.
Okay.
Like, I was
Okay.
raised on
I mean, I had the True Blue poster in
I
my
know,
bedroom
like,
when
I
I was
would-
like
Right.
10 years old. I
On
knew the
that
lyrics to
Ideals,
Like
like,
a Virgin when I was 4.
She was kind of like the original like Riot Girl before Riot Girl was even a thing.
I was
like,
all
she
about
was gonna
Madonna
rule
forever.
the fucking world. Like Madonna was it.
And I guess maybe that's why
Yeah.
I'm a little bit disappointed that
I
she's
think that
not
might be
aging
it.
gracefully.
I
Is
think that might be it.
Right.
Well,
because she was my mama. You know what I
Is
mean?
that-
To a degree. I'm
Well,
like,
and-
just embrace your fucking face. Like, just have it and
Embrace.
I
your
mean,
fucking
I
lean
guess-
into
face.
it.
Embrace your fucking face.
I mean,
Just-
what was it they put Susanna Hoff's picture up
Oh,
this
I
week
know.
talking
But
about
you know
Susanna
what?
Hoff's the
To
same
be
age
fair-
as Madonna and she
to
looks
be
fucking
fair,
glorious.
Susanna Hoffs is a freaking nature.
She is. She looks the same as she fucking
She has
looked at 30.
always looked like that. So
She's
Susanna
beautiful.
Hoffs
Wow.
is a freaking nature. You can't really use that as a
And it's
baseline
genetics too.
comparison.
It
Right.
is. It's genetics too. Like some people age more gracefully than others. You
Right.
don't know.
You don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We're
We're
not
not
getting
aging
there
every
yet.
day.
I guess I'm like, why do we care so much?
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, like that. It's that too. Like if you're happy in your own skin,
That's all.
in your own
all that matters.
deal, and your own. If you're enjoying your fucking make your occasion, and you're out
But she
there,
doesn't seem like she's enjoying
and
it.
she doesn't. I mean, but who
Yeah.
is it for me to say? But it really
Yeah, it
doesn't
looks like it
seem
stopped being fun a while ago.
Well,
It,
It
does.
does.
the
It
easy
does.
part
It
for
does.
me is I've never been a Madonna fan.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't
see?
Yeah,
hate
so you were
her.
a big
I,
Madonna fan.
I like her big hits, but I literally
I just listened to the
grew
American
up.
Life album earlier today.
I grew up in the era,
Just cause.
and she was okay.
I mean, like I have
But
never,
I've never
known a
like
time
oh the
without
diva
Madonna.
or oh the great
Right.
singer or oh that's Cher.
Well,
I'm
Well,
like-
that too.
that too,
Right.
Yeah.
and
And
that's
you know
a good
you know what else
comparison.
Cher does? She
Right.
starts her fucking concerts right on time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
she
like
does.
maybe
we were still in
she's
that
a
maybe-
place trying to get
consummate
up.
professional.
maybe
She's a
she's
consummate
had some work
professional.
done, but she's had work done where she maintains her shareness.
She
You know what I
always
mean?
maintains
Cher
her
and Dolly
character.
Parton have
Yes,
some
yes,
kind
exactly.
of satanic relationship.
They
with the
must.
I don't know if
best
you're eating
plastic
baby-
surgeon
They
in the
took
world.
the potion. See, that's what
Oh.
happened. I came up with this. I have a theory.
Yes.
I have a theory. I came up with it last night. So,
Yesterday, last night, this morning.
Cher, Madonna, and Dolly Parton, they have all taken the potion from Death Becomes Her, right?
Come on, where's my
It's there.
tattoo?
They all took it.
Okay, yeah.
But Madonna's been dead for years. So they're
Well-
trying to put her back together, you know, like at the end of the movie when they fall down the stairs. That's why her eyes are
Yeah.
milky. Is because she's been dead forever. She died like years ago, but because she took the
They're putting
potion,
the fillers.
they're
taping
putting
her
all
back
of
up.
the things and they're trotting her corpse out there on tour for 40 years of her career. And I wish I could fucking go.
I know it's so expensive.
I know.
I don't care.
Your firstborn child's left
I
arm.
do.
No,
I
I
know.
don't care.
I mean, I'm
'cause
not
I've-
going to do it.
Our friends went up to New York and they spent obscene amounts of money, and then I want to say she was 3 hours late.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
See, I feel like
And-
that's what's gonna happen. I feel
And
like
she
that's
was
what's gonna happen.
chilly. She was like
Uh.
chilly. So they raised the heat in the stadium to the point where they were sitting is like now 83 degrees.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
And,
See,
and
yeah,
they're
I feel
sweating
like,
their asses off while they wait
3
for her
hours,
to take
yeah.
the stage. And I
I
was like,
feel
you
like
know
we
what?
have missed the era.
Yeah.
You know
We've
what?
missed the era of going to see Madonna.
The
like,
90s or yeah.
I would have
feel
gone to
the
like the
90s
Blonde
was the
Ambition
time,
tour.
for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
yes, please. I would have
That
gone
was-
to the
that
Blonde
was
Ambition
it.
tour, but I was not able to go to the Blonde
No.
Ambition tour. So,
We
like,
had
sometimes
HBO. Good enough.
exactly. I'll watch it on because that was like I was so excited to hear about just because they do Coachella. Where we
Right.
could watch Coachella on YouTube. That
Coachella.
Bjork is gonna be Bjork is gonna be there with the full orchestra, and
So,
I
yeah.
could just watch it at home. We could all just watch
we
it at
just
home.
we have these gigantic speakers behind
Yes.
me, and last year We just put on the fucking whatever the thing and put on the big speakers, and we just pretended we were at
Yeah.
Coachella in my garage.
Yeah.
We just turned
We
off the
just hang
lights
out
and
here.
turned on these party lights, and we're like,
And that's what we're gonna
"Woo!
do.
We're at
And Bjork is
Coachella!"
gonna be there, and we're gonna watch that because yes, I want to see Bjork, but I don't want to go to Coachella.
No,
I
I've
want to
been-
see Susie,
I've
but I don't want to
been,
go
and
there.
it was hot.
I
and don't need
did,
to go
and I
again.
could not even
Yeah, no.
because we had spent all goddamn day there, which I might get my chance again because they're coming up again. But what is it? Depeche Mode
Oh,
was
They
the
just came out with a new single.
yeah. They were going on tour.
when I met my
Oh, word.
husband, I had Depeche Mode tickets that me and an ex-boyfriend from right before my husband, we had bought Depeche Mode tickets. So this was 1999, no, 2000. And my work the night of the Depeche Mode concert was like, we can't let you go. Like, it's
God.
too busy and you
No.
can't go. And I was like, no, you don't
Well, you had that
understand.
government job.
I have Depeche Mode tickets.
Like,
and they're like, sorry, you can't
you
go.
don't understand.
And I literally sat and just cried at my desk because I could not go see Depeche Mode, and that money was just
oh
gone.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
Well, because then I didn't even stay for their entire set because I had been at Coachella all goddamn day, and I saw like three. I'm like, I'll watch like the first. I want to see the opener. I want to see whatever, and then I want to go home, and I want to leave before everyone else leaves. Because getting
Right.
out of the parking situation
Yes.
is going to be a fucking nightmare. So I want to leave before everybody else does. And it was like, I feel you, personal Jesus. Oh, and I
Yes.
forget what the fucking third one was, but I was like, I'm good. I'm good.
I need to go
I
now.
need to go home.
Right.
Like, Depeche Mode was not enough. And that's saying a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great book title.
Depeche Mode was not enough.
Isn't
Depeche
it?
Mode was
Depeche.
enough.
Yeah.
Depeche Mode
Depeche
was not
Mode
That's
enough.
was
like
not
the
enough.
perfect title for a memoir.
And that's saying a lot.
I dated a guy who was 15 years older than me because he looked just like
And
Dave
he
Gahan.
I can sign
Oh.
off
She
on
can-
that fact because he lived around here or lives
He
around
came
here.
into I was managing a cigarette store, like a tobacco shop with like cigars and cigarettes in the 90s. And this guy came in and he looked so much like Dave Kahan that I carded him, even though he was clearly old enough to buy cigarettes, just to
Right.
make sure that the ID did not say
Right.
Dave
But it-
Kahan.
Dave Gahan.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And he looked so much like him. And so I dated him even though he was 30 and I was 18. And he
Gross.
knew. He was like, yeah, I know. Dave Gahan.
Gross.
I didn't sleep with him though. I did
Well-
make out with him, but I didn't have sex with
Okay.
him. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Fair enough.
I mean, we're
That makes
responsible
that
for our
story
own
better.
choices,
Yeah.
is what we are.
Yeah, we never slept together. We were just like, oh, I'm gonna make out with you because you look like Dave Kahan, and then bye.
Okay.
I mean, I
So-
would have done the same thing.
I
And I'm
made
2
a
years
promise.
younger than you.
I made a promise that we weren't going to be 8 years long. So
Okay. Okay.
we're going to go down the line and we're going to have a final thought.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. We'll start with Nicole.
Oh no! My final thought is, oh no!
Okay.
I love you guys, and let's do this again sooner than later. And listen to Doom Generation, listen to Full Circle, and I love you.
Good enough.
Why are you looking at me? Because there is not a thought between my ears.
Right?
Not
Right.
one. It's that's what's going on. You can hear the sea. But
I
once
thi-
again, this was such a good time.
Always
This was so
right.
much fun. This
love
is
you.
always so much fun. And let's do it again soon.
Yes. Your turn.
No, I think it's your turn.
I was going in order from this side of the screen to this side of the screen, which makes you next.
Oh, does it?
Oh.
Did you have you have a last word that you were hoping to wrap it all up with and enlighten everyone?
No, it's just I wanted to be last.
Oh, okay. All right. Then. Well, if we sounded complicated, you've only just begun. Go ahead.
Over to you,
Just-
Charles.
Come on, Charles.
um, Doom Generation plus Full Circle the podcast plus alcohol plus ... question mark equals a really good fucking time.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Damn, this was a good time.
Always a good
Yeah.
time with
Always,
you.
always, always, always.
So until the next time, this has been Fierce Bitches Happy Hour.
Yeah, it has.
Happy hours.
Happy
Bye.
hours.
Yeah, that.
Happy hours.
Bye everyone.
Bye.